This week we swing on a star as we discuss the 1991 action comedy movie, Hudson Hawk. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bloody Bits Horror Show. I am your host, Eddie, the Axe Jefferson, and joining me, as always, the unofficial third Mario brother, Tim Yobo. How are you doing today, good sir?
I'm just so happy you didn't call me the Danny Aiello of the podcast.
Oh, Danny Aiello is fantastic in this movie.
What the fuck is he doing in this movie? For real. How the fuck was he cast in this goddamn piece of shit?
So, oh my God, some of the cast.
I might tip my hand about how I feel about this movie.
Tim, we are not alone on this journey, no, because we are joined once again by the lady who gets on my last nerva. It's Candice.
Hello. I take umbrage with you saying action comedy. It's so zany.
This is neither of those fucking two.
I mean, there is a lot of action in it. I'm not going to lie.
No, there's one scene on the bridge that I would call action. Other than that, what's the action in this fucking thing?
There were two genuine laughs out of me in this movie.
There was one from me. One?
Okay. What about you, Tim?
There might have been one, but it was done by somebody, the two people who were in the highlight of this movie. And it's not even the stars of this fucking movie.
Okay, well, we'll get to that, but before
I want them to have a movie.
Was one of them Bunny?
Yeah, Bunny was great. So, but before we get to that, we're at week 3 of Hard Dick Action Month, and we're covering Hudson Hawk because I gave my wife a pick.
And she's just as much of a sadist as you are.
No, you know what, Eddie? For real, look, I don't like to get involved with people's personal lives and personal.
Oh God! Oh shit!
Divorce that lady right now. For real, that's it. Divorce her.
That's why I said I was mad at the Jeffersons, because then he's like, "Well, I didn't pick it." Because I'm sure you didn't hear, and you weren't rubbing your hands together like Mr. Burns saying, excellent.
You sounded like my grandmother there. I'm mad at the Jeffersons being on TV.
Yeah. You said they had to move on up.
I know, I got to be careful when I say I'm mad at the Jeffersons.
Yeah.
No, for real, all the goodwill that she built up with that incredible edit,
gone.
It's gone. Yeah, I'm sorry. She got to do something to redeem herself.
Okay, so can I tell you what her other pick was?
Better than this, I promise you.
Rush Hour.
Yes, 10 times better than this.
Oh man! So wait a second. She gave you a choice between this and Rush Hour?
No. She did not give me a choice. I said you need to choose one. Period.
And she was like, you know what? Fuck them. They're watching Hudson Hawk.
There's a reason that we're married.
Clearly.
Yeah, you both like to torture each other.
We deserve each other.
Were you both dumping a sex victim off at the same spot? And that's how you met? That was the meet cute?
We were both waiting for them to drown. And she was all like, the cement shoes thing, it doesn't work. That takes hours.
That sounds like the serial killer dude who got caught here on Long Island, because they're not even convinced that all the bodies found there were him. There might have been 2 different serial killers burying bodies in that area.
Man, look up how many active serial killers there are in the United States. It's fucking terrifying.
Dude,
that's a dying breed, man. You can't do that shit anymore, because
they
busted this motherfucker because he had 7 different burner phones. Because the burner phones, that's how they caught him.
Yeah, you got to have somebody else buy the burner phone for you, or you steal the phone or something like that.
No,
otherwise
you just don't take a burner phone and your real phone with you to the crime scenes.
That was dumb.
That's what they caught him with, yeah.
Yeah.
He's up there with, was it the BTK killer who sent the fucking cops a fax like, hey, if I send you a fucking computer file with all the evidence that I collected to prove how stupid you are and you can't catch me, you can't trace that back to me, right?
No, bro, you're good.
Nah, of course not. What a fucking idiot, man. No, if you don't think they're serial killers, just go look into all the bodies they're finding in abandoned buildings now. That shit's crazy.
Oh, shit, somebody saw The Wire.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, We're here, third week, covering Hudson Hawk. But before we do that, Candice, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What have you been consuming this week?
All right, there's a few things I want to talk about. Number one, Dead Mall by Adam Caesar.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It's a comic book, or a graphic novel, I should say, because it's a collection of comic books.
Candice's husband is getting lucky by proxy tonight.
That is Chopping Mall meets Hellraiser, is how I would describe it. It's very good. Of course, I read it today. And I paid extra for the signed copy, and he said, "To my favorite podcaster, Candice."
Oh, how much extra that cost you?
Oh, I was tickled pink. I was like, oh, it's so happy. It made me so happy. But yes, of course, a new Adam Caesar work is out.
Mm-hmm.
Pick it up. Obviously, it's good
Friend
shit.
of the show, Adam Caesar, absolutely.
Also,
and if Candice recommends it, you know it's good.
I watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Now, Eddie, I know you haven't seen it, but Tim, you have, correct?
I saw it. Yes, I did.
Let me ask you a very specific question, because I cried a lot watching it, but I also laughed a lot too, and something no one else laughed at but me. And I'm like, this had to have been intentional, right? You know when it has all the science experiments and they're giving each other names?
Yes.
The walrus, when he's like, "You can call me Toothless, that's my most prominent trait." And like, I died laughing. And I look at my family and nobody's laughing. They're looking at me like I'm a monster. I'm like,
that's fucked up, Candice, because they didn't even know what's going to happen to that fucking walrus yet.
I mean, I knew what was going to happen.
So that's even worse that you're laughing at the motherfucker. Okay.
I was like, this had to have been on purpose. Do you think it was done purposely?
Like that how kind of like Forrest Gump?
Yeah, the fact that he said it so over the top, like cheesy, like, oh, look how wholesome this scene is. Do you think that was on purpose, or do you think that was just bad? Or maybe I'm just a terrible person.
I think it was on purpose to get that extra heartstring pulled for you later on when they
but I found it funny. Because it was so over the top. Call me Toothless.
That's your best Forrest Gump.
That's why I say it's like he's like the Forrest Gump of the group.
Yeah, he doesn't sound like Forrest Gump, but he is the Forrest Gump of the group. He's kind of slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they got that fucking Jenny bitch who doesn't want to go back to him until she gets fucking AIDS.
Yeah, that was the raccoon.
Yeah.
That's why he came back.
She didn't come back until she got rabies. That's it. She didn't want nothing to do with that fucking walrus, and she got knocked up by somebody. And then comes back with the kid.
Yeah. From the dude from Dallas Buyers Club, right? That's where she got the AIDS and that?
No, they were buying drugs. They weren't selling AIDS.
Oh, no, right. She got it from that lawyer in Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's how she had to go back to Forrest Gump.
Well, I mean, they do look very similar. So.
Well, it's incredible because that was the kid from Sixth Sense, and in that movie, it looked like he had no sense.
Damn.
Sorry.
Jesus.
That was Haley Joel Osment?
I know it was, yeah.
I'll be damned. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, watch Guardians of Galaxy Volume 3. If you're interested.
Highly recommended. The trilogy from that is some of the best Marvel stuff that ever happened, except for Infinity Wars. And,
I was like,
Endgame.
Marvel. I was like, this is the greatest thing Marvel's ever put out, and they're not going to top this ever again. This is it.
Even for you, Eddie, if you're gonna dip your toe into Marvel,
no,
not
he's not gonna like it. No, he's not gonna like it. It's not gritty enough.
It's the most accessible one out of them all.
It's not gritty enough.
Yeah, I need.
Wait, what Marvel movie is gritty?
None of them.
Yeah,
that's why they suck.
That's why he doesn't like them.
No, I think Guardians of the Galaxy is still the best. I'm gonna put quotation Marvel movie. So you know what you're getting. You're not getting a Godfather in space.
Does Deadpool count as a Marvel movie?
Does it? Because it
is Marvel.
Well,
it was Sony, right?
Marvel.
Then was it Marvel?
Well, it was like it was the split where it was like Fox got to keep Deadpool and the X-Men and all that shit. But now they're like transitioning it over. But anyway, so yeah, obviously watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. These are all no-brainers. Next one, might come as a shock. Because for the first, and also is probably why I hated Hudson Hawk especially badly. Because I watched Last Action Hero for the first time ever.
fantastic.
That's how you do this type of movie.
Yes, that's what I was saying. When I was watching Hudson Hawk last night, I watched Last Action Hero and then I watched Hudson Hawk. So like, it's like having the most amazing angel jerk off food you could possibly have, and then someone puts an In-N-Out burger in front of you.
Hey, In-N-Out burgers are good. Fuck off.
Wait, angel jerk off food?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. Just whatever would be your heaven in your mouth.
Angel jerk off in your mouth. Okay. That's you, Candice.
Hey, that's how giants are made, right?
I think you've been getting too into your rewatch of Supernatural.
Well, obviously I've been consuming that, but that's not really news.
Yeah, that's private. What about you, Tim?
Not too much. I've been just kind of grinding on the baseball game, especially since I found out from watching YouTube that you can pay people $170 for them to fucking grind your MLB the show 2K3 account.
So how much did you pay?
I paid no. I pride myself in putting nothing into these games. The more game tries to make me pay, if I'm going to play it, the more I'm not going to pay.
I love it. I love that contrarian attitude.
It's incredible. I posted in the Discord the other night because I was a little bit high, and I'm like, wait a second, how does this work? How do I have an Xbox or a PS5, and I pay somebody over PayPal or with Bitcoin, and they're going to 99 my character out if I'm playing Road to the Show, or they're going to give me all the best possible cards that people are spending $300-$400? Because here's what's incredible about this fucking baseball game is to get the best card in the. All right, one of the best cards in the game I had, and I bought it purely because I grinded and I had enough stubs, and I played the stock market on that game smart, where you buy a card and then you wait a couple of days and it goes up, so on and so on. I bought a Mickey Mantle card for 450,000 stubs.
Quick question: do you ever play baseball on this game?
Yes, you play baseball, but it's a little bit of both.
So far, it mostly sounds like you're trading stock.
No, well, if you wanted to, there's some people who do that, where they're just basically standing there and they got like 800 fucking million fucking stubs at the end of a year because of what they were doing with the buying the cards low and selling them high.
Check out my new game, Power Stock Simulator.
Well, there was a game like that on the Nintendo NES. I remember having it. I think it was
Wall Street Kid.
Wall Street, yeah, Wall Street Kid.
Yep.
Yes. That was not a good game to buy stocks on in September 2000.
Well, Tim, we all know that you pick bad technology.
That's true.
Bad games.
But if I turned that game on and I bought that game that day and I wanted to buy that card and I didn't have any stubs, if I wanted to buy the stubs in the game, it would have cost me almost $300 fucking dollars.
Stubbs the zombie?
To get enough stubs, well, stubs is the currency in the game, to buy that Mickey Mantle card. So I can see why people would do that, but I just don't understand the whole way that it worked. And then, somebody confirmed in the Discord that you give them your fucking Xbox password, or your PlayStation 5 password, or I guess if you have a Steam account,
I hope you don't have your credit card info saved on there.
And well, you have to have it. You can't be on Xbox Live without having a credit card attached to it. And I'm sure the PlayStation 5 is probably the same thing. And I'm sure Steam is the same fucking thing.
Yeah, just hand your information away.
You could connect them to your PayPal account, but then the dude's connected to your PayPal account, so it's even worse.
No. If you pay them through your PayPal account, okay, because I don't know if that's probably a little bit better than here's my password from my Microsoft account that my credit card is attached to.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I know that like with Diablo, people were doing that same shit, but what they were doing was you'd pay them and then they'd pair up with you and help you to level.
That's they pair up with you. They drop a ton of fucking gold or whatever the fucking highest thing is, and then you pick that shit up. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. How the fuck does that work in baseball?
No.
And the only way it could have been was that you had to give your account over, and people in Discord confirmed it. I thought that maybe like you can side load some shit. They give you they send you a USB card or something like that, or they give you a download, but no.
That is not an angel load.
You're paying people to play your game for you. What a world.
That's devil load.
Oh, man. Okay, so you've been having some fun with playing baseball.
Yeah, so if anybody needs me to grind their account,
that's
that was the point of that whole
thing. Give me your bank account.
You hitting on me?
I'll grind that.
Yeah, baby, I'll grind your account out.
Man. man. All right. Well, I've been rewatching Supernatural with my wife. That show's terrible.
How far are you into it now?
I think we're at episode
rewatching.
Well,
she's
I'm not,
rewatching.
Yeah, she's rewatching it.
You know what, Eddie? Put a stop to that shit right now because she doesn't deserve television privileges after this fucking movie.
You know what? I love Supernatural, and I honestly think you'll enjoy it when it finds its footing later on. But you know what? Don't watch it.
No,
yeah, the fact that she likes Supernatural and Hudson Hawk makes me sus of all of her opinions.
Well, we'll get to that here in just a second. So yeah, been rewatching that. Literally every episode's the exact same thing. Nothing ever happens, so that's fun. Then
it's cheap to film it that way.
Yeah, that's true. And you don't even have to worry about writers. So if they strike, who cares? You've already written every episode from the first one.
This is a show that's been out for years and years and had nothing to do with the writer's strike. But sure, let's make this political, Eddie.
Yeah, it's political, Candice. Come on, what the fuck are you talking about?
And, movie politics.
Aside from consuming, I was just on the Wednesdays We Talk Weird podcast with
Great
Ashley
episode.
and Pato.
Great episode. I listened to it.
Thank you.
Yeah. I listened to all of the episodes, but they didn't know what they were getting when they put you on. And they have fucking people who believe in some crazy shit.
No, they did not. You had them by the nose.
I felt bad for Pato because he was like, he did like a yobo on the Dungeons and Dragon things. Just like 40 minutes of him talking at all. He's just like, man, I took all these fucking notes about these cocksuckers fucking podcasts and all this other shit. I had to listen to 2 of their goddamn episodes. And this
we talked about movies, but that wasn't why they brought me on. They brought me in to talk about Satanism, and because I'm not a theistic Satanist, that's like kind of weird.
Not as fun.
But yeah, I know. But the theistic Satanists, like I was saying, I did research. They all either sound like idiots or they're Nazis. So fuck them.
Yeah, because you have, if you believe in the devil, you also have to believe in a god, right? So
you gotta stop talking about Satanists. I'm already excited about seeing Ghost next month. I'm trying to not think about it so I can live with myself. Yeah, but you guys just
another
keep talking
night
about
that Candice's husband's getting lucky by proxy.
Yeah.
No, because he didn't let me get the VIP pass.
Oh
shit, Candice, that's like $700.
No, not for Ghost. It was like $144.
What?
Yeah, this isn't like Taylor Swift, Tim.
No. I mean, Ghost is like
the biggest thing. Do you get to meet him, or was it just the VIP passage? You get access to the pre-show lounge. You get a couple of free drinks. You get a little bit better seats.
Yeah, there's a meet and greet.
Candice.
I know, it was only $140, and of course they'd put fees on there.
Look,
and
I don't like to fucking knock a cock out from a fella, but don't fuck that husband of yours for at least a month after that concert. That's fucking crazy.
Eddie, your wife doesn't...
$44?
My husband's not getting laid, and your wife's not watching Supernatural. We are spurning our spouses.
We're on strike. Oh man! So here we go.
Hey, we're joining the writers' union and the actors' union in solidarity.
Oh man! 1991, Hudson Hawk. Tim, what's your history with this movie?
I saw this movie before this. I saw it exactly one time when I rented it and watching it on VHS, and I was just like, this movie can suck a bag of dicks. Hopefully one of mine is in that bag.
What was your expectation when you went into it? Did you think it was going to be an
Bruce Willis action movie? Yes.
Okay.
He's at the top of his career in 91, right?
Yeah, this is right after Die Hard 2, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, well, not a great. Die Hard 2 wasn't that great. Die Hard 1 and 3 are the best ones out of that whole.
That's fair.
Agree.
Fucking thing.
Agree.
Look at Jeremy Irons going fucking crazy with his fucking stuttering and banging that fucking Nazi chick.
But 2 is 10 times better than what came after.
That's true. Oh, the worst one's with his fucking son in Russia.
You know what?
No.
Though he did just do Look Who's Talking and Look Who's Talking 2 right
and
before
those were
this.
hot.
Those were big-ass movies, yeah.
And he was on Moonlighting.
Yeah. Remember? Oh, yeah. Well, Moonlighting started the whole thing. But you know what's great about him and Look Who's Talking 1, 2, whatever, is he can be smug as a motherfucker, but we don't have to see that cocksucking smug face of his like we do in this entire fucking movie. I saw the credits on this. I was like, oh, I know the problem with this movie. There's too many fucking Willises involved. His fucking brother fucking produced the movie, and Bruce Willis came up with the fucking story.
You know what's funny that you said that his smug fucking face? My husband looks like Bruce Willis. looks. He has some resemblance to him. He doesn't look exactly like him.
So
obviously.
he's looking at you all smug. And he's like, "You're not getting VIP tickets to Ghost."
Uh-oh. We lost Eddie.
Oh, yes, we did. Look at that. So what happens now? All right, so welcome to the Bloody Bits with Candice and Yobo, because we're going alphabetically.
Let me go into my background now, because, you're the host, Tim, and you just went into your background. So, Hudson Hawk, man, I watch this every day with my family. Yeah, it's like my favorite thing to do. I watch Hudson Hawk, and then I take notes of the jokes.
Sorry, Eddie, you lost hosting abilities.
Yeah, we took over.
For a sec. It says it's recording now, though. So where we left off, Tim, you were just saying you don't have to see Bruce Willis's smug face when he's the face of the baby.
Yes, and then Candice went into the whole thing about how I just basically call the husband a smug-faced motherfucker.
He does have a smug face. No, the funniest part is what they have the most in common is they have the same male pattern baldness. It's in the same pattern. They're losing their hair the same way.
Oh, so wait, hold on. What situation is your husband's hair in the Bruce Willis career? Is he Hudson Hawk or is he more Die Hard?
Oh, he's Die Hard now. He just shaves it.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, commit.
Okay, so it's more 12 Monkeys then.
Yeah, well, he's got a beard too.
Another great Bruce Willis movie.
Yeah,
not this one though. He can do it when he's trying.
He sure can.
When he's got somebody saying, "No, you know what, Bruce, reel it back like 100 points."
Well, you know what I would say. I would say he can do it when he's not trying so hard. Because this movie, Hudson Hawk, Candice, what's your history with it first?
I had never seen it before.
Oh, really?
I might have watched it once a long, long time ago, but I don't remember.
I'm so jealous of you, Candice.
So, okay, yeah. So you can imagine my incredible disappointment when I watched Last Action Hero for the first time ever. And I'm like, wow, this movie's brilliant, but I can see why it flopped. People weren't ready for this.
Yeah.
And then I watched Hudson Hawk.
Yeah.
And then I was mad. I was so mad. I woke up mad. I was mad all day today, and I'm mad now.
I was mad just as soon as I said in the Discord, what movie are we doing? And when Hudson Hawk, ugh!
Yeah, exactly. So not only did I watch a movie, like fucking Hudson Hawk is so fucking terrible. Like I thought maybe people were, people say Running Man's terrible, but I love that movie. I wanted to give it a chance. Yeah. I wanted to give it a chance.
Okay.
But it's not a single fucking joke lands except for one.
Yep.
The people that they cast are so fucking unbearable to look at. They're all so fucking smug, and they're trying to be zany and cartoony, and it's so stupid.
There are cock-sucking motherfucking sound effects in this cock-sucking motherfucking movie.
I haven't been so disappointed since I saw my husband's dick for the first time.
Oh, wow! Candice, Candice's husband, I'm not going to say the name so Eddie doesn't have to bleep it out. Yeah. That's only part one of the fucking shit you're going to get for not getting those fucking VIP tickets to Ghost.
You need to get that bitch backstage now. Oh, good.
God, if Hudson Hawk was a person, I would pay someone to kill their children in front of him. Jesus. I fucking hate this movie.
Wow, well, tell us how you really feel about it, Ken.
This movie makes me feel less sad about Bruce Willis today.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought my joke might have gone too far, but
no. So I saw this one time. My sister loves this movie. My sister has the worst taste in movies, I swear to God.
It's the one you don't talk to anymore?
Huh? Yeah, I shouldn't. That's a good
I was going to say, yeah, you shouldn't, yeah.
She loves
Tell
this.
your wife to move in with your sister.
Yeah. She loves this, and she loves Dream a Little Dream with the Coreys.
Oh my God. Where the movie that opens up with the two of them jerking off together?
Yeah, that's the one, Tim.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister.
I remember watching it. I was like, no, wait, I got to be wrong. Then I watched it again. I was like, no, I'm right. They were jerking off together.
Bad, yeah.
Look, I acknowledge I have shit taste in movies, but that's bad. Yeah. That's really bad.
I saw this one growing up, and I remember even as a kid, even as this came out in 91, so I would have been we rented it, so it would have been maybe 12, 13-ish. I don't know. I remember watching it and being like, wait, they're trying to sneak in here? Why are they singing?
Yeah, why are they singing at the top of their lungs?
At the top of their lungs, too. It's not even like, oh, would you rather be a fish?
At 12, that was my thought.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So Okay, here we go. Written by Bruce Willis, Robert Kraft, and Stephen E. D'Souza, which
Written quotation
mostly
mark.
mostly written by Bruce Willis. Directed by Michael Lerman, director of Heathers, Airheads, and a bunch of episodes of American Horror Story.
I'll
So
be
all
damned.
great shit until he got Bruce Willis on the set, and Bruce Willis goes, "Yeah, I know you're the director, but I'm doing it my way."
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
want to sing. I think that'd be good for the movie. I don't
Well,
know why that was
That's what
Bruce Willis.
they
but-
did this shit. They did this shit. I just thought about this right now. This is for the fucking soundtrack. Look on eBay. What's on the fucking soundtrack to Hudson Hawk? It's him and fucking Danny Aiello Broadwaying it up.
so yeah, it came out in 1991. Any estimates on the budget for this bitch?
Oh,
Too
I bet
much.
you this is like at least 91. So I might be getting
Mhm.
it off with inflation, but this is probably like one of like the highest end comedy movies made. So 30 million, maybe 40
Okay.
million.
It's a good
91?
guess, Jim. Remember the last one we covered when we covered T2, that was 100 million.
Okay,
Same
this
year.
is this 87 million? Random number I picked. Is it 87 million?
Closer, maybe. You both are around the neighborhood. $65 million.
Ah.
Holy fuck. Because this motherfucker, Bruce Willis, triple dipped. He got his fucking brother as a fucking producer,
Yeah.
and then he fucking started it, and he quote unquote wrote it by going, "Make me more smug and unlikable."
Did half the budget go to Sandra Bernhardt to widen her teeth more?
Yo, don't talk about one of the best parts of this fucking movie.
She's one of the worst fucking parts of this
No,
movie.
no. Her and Robert Grant are the best
No.
parts of this fucking movie. Come on.
No. Whenever she's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I'm like, God damn it, here's this fucking story arc. She's so unfunny.
Yeah.
And her voice is like a chainsaw going over my nerve
Oh,
endings.
no, come on. I got the power. Come on, man.
She was great, man. So yeah, as you said, starring Bruce Willis, of course, as Hudson Hawk, the titular Hudson Hawk.
No, not titular. That's not his fucking name.
That's his nickname.
That's not his name.
That's his nickname.
I was so mad. I'm slamming my hand on the arm of my chair. This is how mad I am. Because I was like, well, at least he had a cool name.
He did,
you know?
yeah, Hudson Hawk.
Yeah, it's not his name. It's his fucking alias. His name is Eddie.
No. Go
So
on.
not only am I disappointed because Hudson Hawk's not his real name, it's his alias, but also his real name's Eddie.
No, go on Internet Movie Database and look it up. His name is Hudson Hawk.
Then why did half the movie they call him Eddie?
Yeah, because it's such a good name. Why wouldn't you? It just feels
Because
good to
that's
say.
not-
Yeah,
They
because
said-
if you have a cool fucking nickname like Hudson Hawk,
That's a
no,
terrible
no, call me
nickname.
Eddie.
The
It is,
origin of his
but-
nickname too. Hudson because he lived by the Hudson River,
Mm-hmm.
and Hawk because it means a cold wind.
That's no. I don't care how stupid people in Jersey are. That's not true. For real. There's no way that they think that over there, right?
Hawk does not mean a cold wind. What the fuck are they talking?
If
Anyhow.
any, hawk means when I do this and spit on the fucking sidewalk. That's a hawk.
That's what
And
this movie is.
That's what this movie is, Ken. I think that was an inside joke. We just got it right now.
This whole time we were
Yeah.
supposed to hate it. It's a producer situation.
It's half bird shit and half hawking your lung up.
And Tim, you already brought him up, but maybe the best part of this movie,
The worst part, the
Danny
most
Aiello,
no, for real. How the fuck did he get cast?
who plays Tommy Five Tone. Get
Tommy Five Tone.
it? Do you get it, folks? Jokes. Here they
That
are.
guy Tommy Two Tone, right?
Right.
Tommy Two
right.
Keys.
He is. I'm going to call him a bloody buddy cousin, because of course he was Vickers in the Stuff, and we've all in one way or another covered the Stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Not on our own show, mind you, but we've certainly covered it. Then Tim, of course, Andie MacDowell, one of your favorites. She plays
Worst
Anne.
fucking actress ever in a movie, for real. If she wasn't so beautiful, she wouldn't have a pot to piss in.
That's like
Or a
Zoe
window to
Deschanel.
throw it
I had
out.
to say the same thing. She's fucking terrible, but she's
But
pretty.
she got those eyes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Of course, you remember her from Groundhog's Day, Four Weddings and
Yeah,
a Funeral,
yeah.
yada, yada, yada.
Green card with
Yeah.
that French dude. What the fuck is it? Japard, whatever the fuck his name
oh
is.
yeah. Gerard
Depardieu.
Yeah. More like De Poo Poo.
Oh, I'm coming for you, France.
You know how I feel about French movies, so
that's true. Well, it depends. A certain era of French movie, Tim's a big fan of. Then you've got James Coburn.
Yeah.
James Coburn playing George Flint from In Like Flint. He was in The Magnificent Seven, The Great Escape. Fantastic actor.
Worst fucking hair dye of all fucking time. What the fuck are you dyeing his hair for in this movie?
I don't know. It looks so stupid on him. Like, what are they doing?
Oh, if he has shocking white hair, he's not going to look like somebody who works for the CIA.
He won't look like an elder statesman who works for the fucking CIA at all. We got to dye that shit like fucking black.
I'm still not sure how the CIA plays into the plot of this fucking movie.
Okay.
I don't think they do. Because at one point he says they're the MTV IA.
Yeah. So we'll get to that. I have a game for you all here in just a moment. So we'll get to it.
I don't want to play.
Yeah, you do. So, Tim, we've also got Richard Grant, who plays Darwin. Of course, he was in Bram Stoker's Dracula. Candice, he was in Warlock.
Dude, always, whenever you see this motherfucker in a movie, he always steals the fucking movie. I don't think this guy's ever been in a movie that he doesn't know what movie he's in.
Yeah, he's the only part of this movie I liked was him.
Yeah. Well, him and his sister, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of his sister, Candice, you kind of tipped the hand on it. Sandra Bernhard is Minerva.
Famous for what? God. What made her famous? Does anybody remember what made her famous?
She was on Roseanne.
No. Before Roseanne. How did she get on Roseanne?
She was a comedian, right? Kinda. She did stand up. I know.
She did like off-Broadway stuff, but the thing that broke her was Madonna pretended to have a fake lesbian affair with her for a while.
Oh,
I believe
that was it.
Right.
I don't. Yeah, she's not. When you said stand-up comedian, I about like guffawed out loud. She's not funny. Like I said, whenever her story arc in Brooklyn Nine-Nine comes on, I'm like, God damn it. She's so not funny. She's not a good actress.
She needs the right thing, because if you ever watch The King of Comedy, she is fucking perfection in that movie.
I'll take your word for it.
You've never watched
King of Comedy is fantastic. Or you could just watch Joker. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
You think Sean?
But they went woke. They made Sandra Bernhard.
That's true. I didn't think about that, but yeah.
The joke is woke. Woker.
The woker, yeah. Oh God, I'm gonna start dressing up and going as the woker. Just ruining people's beer, painting rainbows on it and shit.
Hey, look, I'm an agent of chaos. I didn't say what side of chaos I was on, right?
You think Sean Penn ever punched her?
Yeah, people forget that about Sean Penn.
He had a little bit of a temper, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'd punch her. Can you really blame him?
Fair.
Well, all right. Maybe I'm looking back on it like 30 or 40 years later, but I think the reason why he kind of like was able to skate on that thing was because, I mean, come on, hey, it's Madonna.
Because it was Sandra Bernhard.
Imagine how much being married to Madonna's got to make you pissed off.
Yeah, fair. That's a good point, too. Unless you're Guy Ritchie, then you can just divorce her and take her money.
Yeah, but she gets the accent. He got all the money, but she got the accent.
Right.
Oh, she took his? Does he not have one anymore?
Oh, that would be funny.
He only has 10% of that accent left.
Right.
Guy Ritchie with like a Midwestern American accent.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
I will say this, though. Her Penthouse magazines made me a lot of money when I was able to get my hands on 5 or 6 of them and turn them around in school.
Please don't make me throw up, Tim.
Just Tim flipping porn, buddy. We do have a bloody buddy in this movie.
We do?
Anybody? Yes.
Oh, let me look over my notes. Let me see if I... not Frank Stallone.
No.
Not David Caruso.
No. The old scary German guy was in Monster Squad.
No, that's not a bloody buddy.
Squad.
I'll give you a hint. He's one of the candy bar crew.
David Caruso.
No, I just said David Caruso, the Forsyth guy. Wait, not the fucking big doofus guy,
is it? Yeah, the big doofus. Andrew Brainarski. He was Leatherface, bitch.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Butterfingers played fucking Leatherface in that Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot.
That was Hudson Hawk.
Yeah, he was in fucking Hudson. Yeah. Tim, you pointed it out though. Yeah, we do have David Caruso playing.
Can somebody explain to me what the fuck is going on with him in this movie?
No.
What's going
There
on
had
with
to be a
any of them?
7-hour. No, Candice. For David Caruso's character, there had to be a 7-hour cut of this movie where we get some kind of reasonable explanation as to why he's doing what he's doing.
Well, he's Agent Smith, right? He's
He's Agent Kit Kat. He's Kit Kat.
Right. He just pops up wherever, and he's usually in a disguise. When they dress him up, is
oh my God, it's Andy McDowell. I'm like, you know what? One of these fucking hot bitches made a dolphin sound, and one of them didn't. I think I'm going to take the one that didn't.
Yeah, that's a good point. Then, like you said, we got Frank Stallone, who played Caesar Mario.
You know what? Hats off. He's great in this fucking movie.
Yeah.
He is, actually. He knows what movie he's in.
Yep.
Well, yeah, he's in the movie when they went, hey, can you play yourself?
So he's like, hey, I'm a cartoon. I'm in a cartoon movie.
And then I just got to give a quick shout out here. They're not really a big star in anything, but I feel bad for her. Giselda Volodi. She played the lady who was supposed to be the Mona Lisa. That
with the fucked up teeth.
I feel so bad for her. What a shitty cameo to get.
Somebody else later on, I think like a couple minutes later, we get an introduction with somebody else has the fucked up teeth, and I'm like, is this movie trying to tell me that that's a fucking like great grandson or something?
Oh yeah, maybe that's what they were.
Did not catch up on that.
So yeah,
I just have a note like, wow, that was their opening joke. Like it was.
Yeah, we get oh man. Anytime I see a fucking movie that isn't the fucking Princess Bride that opens up like this, I'm
with
like,
a narrator, going over a
with
fairy
with
tale
the old
wonderland.
tale, yes, with the fucking E on it. Yeah, come on.
So yeah, budget on this was $65 million. What do you think it made worldwide?
0.
Oh, I bet you
there
this
was
movie,
justice
this
in the
movie,
world, it would lose money.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna probably at the end of the day, probably end up maybe breaking even at the end of the day.
Okay, so you're saying worldwide, Tim, maybe around 60?
Yep.
Candice?
I'm gonna say 20.
You were very, very close. Candice, it made 17.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, see, I remember when I was watching this, I was like, wait, this isn't good for Bruce Willis.
No, this torpedoed the fuck out of Bruce Willis's career, man. This was
by his own hand, too.
Oh, yeah. It was Sixth Sense. Yeah, he was gone for a while. Good.
Yeah,
he deserved it for this.
Sixth Sense and Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yeah, Pulp Fiction.
I brought him back.
Mention that movie.
I didn't like him in Pulp Fiction, and really, that's probably my least favorite Tarantino movie.
Yep, same. Did not like it.
No.
It was all right, but yeah, he
come on.
wasn't
Once you
particularly
get to the fucking cab with the hot fucking Russian cab driver who's getting wetter by the moment, we're like, how did you kill this guy? I'm like, come on. Come on. I know what you're trying for, but Jesus Christ.
So there you go, buddy. There's the background on this piece of shit. There were constant rewrites on the set too.
Who was the producer? Because it was David Willis.
No, it was David Willis and
that can't be. There's got to be somebody who's related
to
it.
Robert Kraft was also one of the producers on it.
No, Joel Silver, which well, maybe you have to bleep this out, but somehow or another, I might have been working in a building that Joel Silver lived in, and I might have had access to the stuff that he was throwing out, and some of those things might have been scripts for movies called The Bone Collector and Charlie's Angels.
Oh,
and the notes that he had written down. Oh, buddy.
Oh, boy, to be stealing the shit out of that.
Fringe benefit of working in a building of rich people. They throw away crazy shit.
I'll bet. How
many fucking dead hookers I found? Let me tell you.
You're supposed to throw them in abandoned buildings, Tim. You're supposed to get rid of them. That's your job.
Well, that's why we get the big tips.
There you go, buddy. There you go. So, as you said, we open on a storybook telling us the history of Leonardo da Vinci. who
Yeah,
is...
it's a great action-filled opening, funny action-filled opening for this movie.
Just
Really
like Mad
sets
Max,
the tone.
man. Fury Road had got nothing on this fucking movie with the opening.
So he's in Milan.
I'm going to take a piss. I'll be back in 2.5 hours. Continue.
So he's in Milan, and he got commissioned to make a giant bronze horse. But due to war efforts, they were out of bronze. So he was fucked on that one. He, instead of, waiting for the war to be over or figuring out a different material to make the horse out of, he decided he'd do the easier thing, which is turning lead into bronze.
Alchemy. That was the easy way out.
The easy way was alchemy, but little whoops-a-doodle. I think he might have had the temperature set wrong or something, because instead of bronze, he made gold.
Well, that's no good. He needs bronze.
Yeah. So I guess he has to throw it away. They never really get into what he does with the gold. He's kind of like, huh.
Why didn't he keep doing that?
Yeah. Why aren't we all now living in a world where Leonardo da Vinci was the wealthiest and most powerful person ever? What the fuck? Anyhow.
Yeah, what?
So then I just have that he straps some assistant of his into a flying machine and scares the life out of him.
And then that's right. Disposable peasants.
Yeah. And then we've got the fun Mona Lisa joke where you see the painting of the Mona Lisa, but no smile.
Yeah, real pants wetter, that one.
Yeah.
No, hold on, Candice. I disagree. I think this is the perfect opening for this movie, because this movie, right to this opening, is telling you everything you're going to be getting with this fucking movie for the next hour and 35 minutes.
Gonna get a ratcheted grill.
Yeah, so then Mona Lisa smiles, the model for him. Her teeth are all funny. She's wearing like those quarter machine.
Yeah, it's the last part of the painting that he hasn't finished yet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So now we cut to 500 years later, where our hero,
to the day. This is cosmically set up, right? This is Unmyeong. This is fate. It's supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm. And our hero, Hudson Hawk.
Nope. They are calling him Eddie. I have in my notes, Eddie.
He's the world's hottest cat burglar, and he's getting out of prison.
Yes, because at one point the warden says, "Do you remember all the journalists who were outside while you were getting put in prison?" I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What kind of slow news day is that? Cat burglar goes to jail.
But he was the big leagues, the biggest leagues.
Yeah. You know who the best cat burglar in the world is?
The one that you don't know about?
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't know. He's not in fucking prison, you idiot.
That's kind of like something. There was a guy in New York who named John Gotti who had kind of like had that same problem. Like the best mafioso bosses are the ones who aren't on the newspaper all the time.
Yeah, you're fucking up if people know about your criminal activities. That's kind of the problem. So yeah, he's getting out of prison, but his parole officer's got a gig for him. Says, listen, you go do one night of work for me, right? When you get out, we get rid of all the community service. We get rid of all the parole you're going to be on. It just all goes away in one day. He's like, no, I want to do community service. Oh, by the way, Hudson Hawk in this, he's a funny guy.
Oh, yeah, he's a real smart aleck. He's got such a wit.
Oh yeah, he's like your Bugs Bunny, your Brody from Mallrats,
What is incredible to me is that Bruce Willis thought that this would be a cool character that the audience would identify with and be like, I'm on this guy's side.
I really want to set the tone, the scene. I want to set the scene for the listeners. He's wearing a navy blue t-shirt with a black vest over it and a black fedora. And he has like a line of silver rings in his ear.
Oh my God, those fucking earrings. Yeah.
Yeah, the earrings are quite a look.
I don't want to know what that meant while you were in prison, because he had them in prison, right?
Yeah. But I don't think they'd let the world's best cat burglar just wear earrings in prison.
Well, yeah, because those are lockpicks, right?
Exactly.
But whatever. I guess they're just nice to him. So, and on the way out, though, he tells the PO, no, I'm not going to do that, steals his keys and locks him in the prison. And then
throws him in the water. Yeah, because at that point, the PO says, hey, at the drop of a hat, snap of my fingers, I can put you back in jail.
Yep.
Super easy. So what does our hero do?
Piss him off.
My dick. Fuck you.
Yeah, pisses him off. Right. So he heads outside to get his boy Tommy to pick him up. So, and on the way, Tommy's car backfires, so he hits the dirt.
Oh my God.
It's very funny.
Here we go.
Yeah. And then it's just him making fun of Danny Aiello for being fat.
For being fat. He's not even fat.
No.
He might be a little thick in the middle, but the dude's like in his 50s or something.
Which, by the way, let's just say this. Bruce Willis has got his t-shirt tucked in too many times in this movie because he's got a fucking belly in this fucking movie. It's all those fucking Seagrams.
So that's a real pot calling the kettle black here now, I guess.
Yeah, plus he's not fat.
Right.
This is like Ice Cream Man, where they make they shove a pillow up a kid's shirt.
Oh, yeah.
That guy said shirt.
That was the joke. Tuna.
So, yeah, he makes fun of Tom. He's waiting for a while, and then he's like, oh, I want to go get a cappuccino. And him getting a cappuccino, guys, you got to admit, that's a pretty good little goof.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Birds of Prey, you hack.
Birds of Prey, you hack. I'm going to call them the hack for Buffalo 66. Okay,
what?
I guess you haven't seen Buffalo 66.
I saw it a long time ago. I remember
the whole thing with
that was I remember that movie because that wasn't the one that he got the blowjob.
Yeah, Vincent Gallo. The whole thing with that though is like the first 40 minutes of it, he gets out of prison and he has to take a piss. But every place he goes, they won't let him use the bathroom. He gets interrupted.
Wait, hold on. You're a dude. You just gotta
piss in the street.
Fucking cars.
You're in New York.
Right. But
no one's gonna bat an eye.
That doesn't like help to build the tension of a movie. If you just let him go to the bathroom.
So a fucking full bladder is building tension? I figure that's why I only saw that movie once.
He points it out though, is it's like, look, I'm fucking a free man. I just got out of prison. I can't even take a piss. What the fuck, like. Anyhow,
yeah, it's comedy gold.
Because wasn't that Christina Ricci's like her first movie after Addams Family?
Was it?
I think
you
so.
might be right. Yeah, her first like big one that I can remember for sure. So. He gets his coffee and he spills it because dude breaks hard. He stops short, which is my move. Then they go to this bar. That's also, I guess,
you stole Costanza's move.
Exactly. Oh god, I was watching old episodes of Seinfeld, by the way. Dude, that show is so fucking funny.
It still holds up because you know why? Because it's about nothing.
No, dude, it's the funniest fucking show, man.
It's a great comedy show.
Yeah.
There's few that hold up. Seinfeld, I think maybe Cheers are going to be the ones that hold through the test of time, like 30, 40 years. Like Candice, maybe your grandkids are going to grow up and they're going to be watching Seinfeld at 2 o'clock in the afternoon when they're homesick after Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, I mean, it holds up. I mean, some of the content's a little rough with time, but a little racism, homophobia, stuff like that. But
some anti-dentites in the show.
Well, that one was funny. My favorite is that there's just this episode where Seinfeld gets raped, and that's the joke.
I guess I missed that Thursday night.
Okay. So, you remember Bryan Cranston in that, right?
Yes.
The dentist? You remember Seinfeld?
Oh, that's under? Right. He wakes up and his clothes are fucking on backward. Oh, shit. That's right.
Yeah.
But you know why? It's kind of okay because on that show, when they did it, the dental assistant chick was hot.
Yeah, she was hot, so it's okay. Yeah.
So maybe Bryan Cranston was just whacking off while he was watching.
It's also funny when he's about to put Seinfeld under, so he keys up the gas, and he fucking takes a hit of the gas himself, and he's like, yeah, that's good, and then he puts I guess he improv'd that, which is fucking hilarious. So they go to this bar / pizzeria in New York, and this place is bumping, dude, like busy as fuck, middle of the day.
But Eddie's just bitching the entire time.
Hudson Hawk's got some problems with it. See, because they changed.
They're all slime ball fucking clientele. They didn't pay shit.
Yeah, and he's like, I guess I'll get a goat cheese pizza.
God,
and he
things have changed.
So then we find out he owns half of the bar, right?
Yeah.
And the place is clearly successful.
Yeah, so guess what?
Very, very well done. Yes, because according to what Bruce Willis was complaining about the fucking patrons who aren't there anymore, they weren't fucking paying. You think fucking captain who came with the fucking steering wheel from a car wreck where he killed 3 people because of DUI is fucking paying his bar tab?
No. I love that they had that hung up. They're just like, check out our monument to this fucking drunk driver.
To this tragedy.
Wiped out a family. You know. Oh man. But no, you're right though. It should be credits right now. Hey, he gets out of prison. He's got a bar that's wildly successful. You're done.
Guess what? You could do a fucking blues band there every fucking Thursday night. Bruce will be happy, right?
So then instead of, he's going to have to change his nickname then from Hudson to Bruno, I guess.
Oh my God.
Duke Silver.
I have that on vinyl.
It's just really incredible, the hubris and how big his head got.
For the listeners, Bruce Willis did a blues album.
And he did a bunch of Seagram's commercials where it was like his band doing all the fucking music and all the videos were centered around his band.
At the time, he was the biggest movie star in the world, and he thought he could do no wrong.
And they did like a Spinal Tap style mockumentary on his character, the musician Bruno. It's so fucking annoying, Tim.
Is that going to be on the Blood Bank, please?
Dude, no, it's on YouTube. But it's so fucking
God bless
funny.
the 90s.
Because they just interview real musicians and shit, and they're like, oh yeah, Bruno, he's like really influential.
Oh man, they got fucking Neil Peart from Rush going, yeah, you know?
They got Geddy Lee up there, like, yeah, he's fantastic. Sebastian Bach swings, but yeah, man, it's fucking cool.
What
was that?
That's Ozzy Osbourne.
That's Ozzy Osbourne. Damn.
Tim, we thought that you didn't take your medicine. You're stroking out.
For a minute there, it sounded like you were doing like a racist impression of a samurai.
Oh, well, bleep that out there. Look, I'm not known for my impersonations, okay?
I don't know. Your Mae West was good. So he gets his cup of coffee finally. Somebody shoots the cup in his hand.
As a way to get his attention from across the bar. Can you imagine? That's how you get to buy the woman a new drink is you destroy the one that she had before. You
just imagine if you're a fucking poor guy hanging out in this fucking high-end over fucking priced bar that's making you pay $20 for a goat cheese pizza and you get the fucking straight bullet in your head.
Yeah, somebody died. So yeah, it's one of the Mario brothers that shot at him. And
I said, the Mario brothers are a crime family? Mamma mia!
And he does have to rescue the princess in the castle at the end of the movie, too.
That's true.
There we go.
Should have named him Bowser instead of the Mayflowers, the Mayfields?
The Mayflowers, right?
Yeah.
It's like Robot Chicken doing the GTA Mario Kart.
Oh, yeah.
They go to Vice City on accident.
Oh, I gotta go watch more fucking Robot Chick. That was a fun show.
Should put it in the blood bank.
I should, yeah. So then he goes over there to talk to him, and they're like, "Hey, we need you to rob an auction fucking house, man." And he's like, "I'm not going to do that. I just got out of prison today."
Yeah, and this is where I have in my notes. Why is everyone muttering their lines? Because in this beginning part here, it's like everybody just talks really, really fast and softly.
Yeah.
And I had a really hard time listening.
Yeah, I had a hard time listening too. So he says, yeah, I'm not going to fucking do that. Tommy sneaks up behind him, Danny Aiello, busts a wine bottle over the dude's head. And then
his brother.
Yeah, and then everybody in the fucking bar freaks out.
Not the gunshot.
Yeah, not
that
the gunshot. Didn't do it. that just kind of stuck in my craw a little, but whatever.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna
come on, look, the half owner's doing it, so it's got to be serious.
Fair, yeah, that's fair. Now we're gonna run into another one of our dribbling gags in this, which is Bruce Willis naming the duration of a song by its title.
Oh my
god!
I did not understand this bit.
Yes, because you know what? You have to explain this. You have to give us some kind of background on why this is going to be a running joke throughout the whole fucking movie, where you can name any song from the 40s or 50s. I don't even think I think it goes from 1943 to 58.
Incorrect.
And he can tell you he can still tell you exactly how long a song is. Oh, that's right, yeah, because the Whitney Houston Super Bowl 17 thing was 7 minutes and 14 seconds.
Okay, but I have a note.
I can remember that, but I can't remember how to say.
I have a note on that Whitney Houston Super Bowl one, Tim.
Oh, you timed it?
No, my family, we used to watch the Super Bowl every fucking year. We were a big football house, right? Even though I grew up near Seattle, so our team always fucking sucked.
Until something gay happened and your dad's like, hey, this is like Saturday Night Live. We're not watching that shit anymore.
Oh, yeah. I'll bet you when Kaepernick took a knee, he's like, nope, I'm out. No, so Whitney Houston did sing the Star-Spangled Banner at the Super Bowl, but it was not Super Bowl 17. Because I was like, wow, that sounds wrong to me, because I remember it. Looked it up. It was Super Bowl 25. So they were way the fuck off.
Wow.
And
at this point, you think they're giving a shit? They're like, oh, wait, the script supervisor's going, cut. Wait, hold on. It's not 17.
Yeah. I mean, you'd have to argue with Bruce Willis on that. And I get the feeling nobody was talking to him while they were making the movie that he wrote. So they get up on top of this building, and the idea is that they're going to toss a lifesaver, like a frisbee over, hook it onto the building. Forget getting grappling hooks or anything like a cat burglar would have.
Oh, yeah, this is where I have in my notes, someone says fakakta.
Yeah.
And that always makes me laugh because,
that's
growing
the one time
up,
you laughed, yeah.
Well, not because of the movie, just because of that word. Because growing up, my mom said it all the time. We said fakakta in our house, but nobody else did. I never heard it outside of my house. I thought my mom made that shit up. Come to find out, it's a real word.
Yeah.
And
so this movie blew your mind. Like, oh, wait a second.
And yeah, in the past week, I've heard it said 3 times on 3 different shows. I was like, God damn. I was like, where did I live that nobody was saying fakakta? Because apparently that was a thing.
Oh, very far away from Jewish people would be my guess.
Well, since we're originally from Miami, there's a lot more Jews down there.
That's fair. Probably not a lot in Missouri. So
no.
This one was where it could be either Yiddish or Italian. Fakakta.
No, that's Yiddish. For sure.
Yeah, it is Yiddish.
Fakakta bread?
Fakakta bread. Damn, shut up.
That's when they do it wrong.
Oh, yeah. The bread's fakakta.
That's so you get any kind of bread ordered from Domino's. That's a fakakta bread.
Where are the fucking...
I think my mom called it that too. Fakakta
bread. I got the... Dude,
that's what she meant. Every time she said it, she's like, give me some bread.
I got to drop a really old racial slur in the Discord I forgot about until that day. Fucking Ofe.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know what that is. Yeah.
Tim, you don't know that one?
No.
That's like Cracker or Whitey.
Really?
Yeah, Tim, do you know how to speak Pig Latin?
Yes.
Okay, well,
I mean, S-J-I-A Ude Ona One Haute Ikpe Atenle. Yes.
What would Ofe translate to?
Okay, gotcha.
It would translate to your foe, your opponent, adversary, enemy. So, yeah. And it's funny, I found a book with 1920s slang because I was like, where does that fucking come from anyway? And so I've just got this whole book full of 20s slang that I've been looking through. There's some great shit, Tim. Okay, so.
No examples?
Yeah, do you want to spit some out?
I gave you Ofe. That's a good one.
That's one.
All right. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll make it a segment. I'll give you Eddie's anachronistic racial slur of the week.
Okay.
For this
week,
we
have to guess from what decade it's from, or what Republican it's from.
No, Tim. I'll give you the old racial slur, right? And you have to guess who it's describing or denigrating.
No, we're not doing that.
Oh man,
that's not good for anybody.
Toss the lifesaver over to the other building and climb over there. And then I love that, the whole time again, just more fat jokes, right?
Oh, this is where I have in my notes. It's only been 16 minutes.
Yeah.
It's only
been 16 minutes. Climbing the rope at the same fucking time. Especially if you're calling your fucking guy fucking Tubby all the goddamn movie.
Right, yeah. When you be like, I'm going to go after you, Tubby.
Yeah, if the rope is strong enough to hold you, it's going to hold me. Yeah.
Exactly.
I can tap dance over it and sing.
So they get. I wish he would have fucking tap danced on that rope and just fell and broke his fucking neck.
If he would have done it, I would not have been surprised.
Yeah. I mean, in this movie, yeah, sure, absolutely. So then they get to the other building, and the dude just like grabs the lifesaver and chucks it back. He's like, "Hey, dickhead, what the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
And Tommy Five Tone, he's like, "Hey, I'm covering our tracks. We'll get out through the basement." And Hudson's like, "Yeah, I guess we fucking will, huh?"
Don't have a choice
what
now.
What tracks? They're going to know that something is stolen. What difference does it fucking make if they find out that you got there from the other roof?
I don't know, Tim. This entire movie makes no sense.
I know, that's true.
So this is another good joke. We see the security guards inside, and the guy's like, "Hey, do you know how many Wongs are in the phone book?" See, your wife loves this joke, Tim.
Oh, you heard that, huh? She's like, yeah, she's laughing at it. She's like, I got that. That's personal, but I'm laughing at it.
He's like, yeah, 738. That's a lot of Wong numbers. Do you get it?
Oh my God. My husband's made that same joke.
Wow. So both of you should get divorced.
Yeah. I guess so, yeah. So then they slide by the security guards on skateboards that I guess they found.
Yeah, I don't know how they procured any of the stuff they have.
You could have saved about like 3 pounds in your fucking backpack crawling across a fucking rope by a lifesaver instead of putting the skateboards in, just crawling past the fucking boards.
You're right, yeah, right? Just crawl. And they're these big neon colored fucking skateboards.
Exactly, yeah, good. Well, you got look, that's a sponsored skateboard there because I saw the fuck. I forget what the name of the company is, but I saw it twice.
Some product placement for the fucking. Yeah, we'll get to the candy product placement.
All those kids watching Hudson Hawk, they want to go out and grab themselves a skateboard.
Ooh, mommy, can I get the one Danny Aiello was skating on?
What do you mean skating on? The fat fucking guy was sitting on the goddamn thing where his head was over the fucking window anyway.
Just a chubby Tim Yobo asking his mom for a skateboard to glide on because Danny Aiello.
No. I got my first skateboard in Atlantic City in like 1976, 77.
Oh, wow. Bought it from the mob?
And it was lime green.
Did it fall off of a truck or something?
No, they were selling it on the boardwalk, so I'm sure that my grandmother paid at least like 3 times what it was actually worth.
Pretty good skater, Tim? You do a lot of...
I did a lot of skateboarding for at least like 10 years. I didn't do any crazy shit, but I was always on my skateboard going up and down the streets. Yeah.
Makes sense, yeah. That's cool. You got your little change maker. You're just selling porn to other kids.
Look, somebody needs change. You got to be able to get there quick.
Yeah. Then these fuckers, they sneak past the security guards. Then they tune in to where the horse is that Hudson's going to be stealing. There's
the horse room,
There's another fat, because they love fat guys in this. So
they just love laughing about it.
Security guard like sitting on this shitty blue chair. And they're like, hey.
Wait, this is the kind of fucking security the King Tut thing gets fucking security for, where the guy's actually sitting right there in the fucking middle of the exposition.
It fits for Da Vinci. I'd put that up there.
Hey, is your wife singing now?
Yeah, she is.
It sounds pretty good. Get her on the mic.
She's got a great... she can sing. Let me tell you, for real.
Yeah, she could do... you know what? We could do a Swing on a Star with her real quick.
I'll open the door a little bit more. Listen.
I'm never going to listen to that song again.
Fantastic. So I do love that they decide like, hey, let's play with the sleeping security guard. So they just radio him in. They're like, oh shit, you know. And the chair he's in flies apart.
Yeah, it's like something ripped the back of the legs out.
Did he fart or shit his pants to break that fucking chair? Because he was sitting on that chair sleeping.
Yeah. And it just blows up.
Yeah. I think they scared the shit out of him.
So now they're like, okay, so we have to estimate the time the robbery is going to take, right? So they're like, it's going to be this much time, do this part, this much for this part. All right, 3 minutes, 38 seconds.
Well, again, with this fucking movie is nobody explains what the plan is until they've already done it.
Yeah.
Because at this point, we already heard them going back and forth. Like, what about this song? What about Singing in the Rain? Oh, that's only 14 minutes and 13 seconds. What about this? Oh, that's only 6 minutes and 3. Now we figure out why they're coming up, why they're thinking about what these fucking songs are. And
yeah. The idea is
Danny Aiello has a great ad lib here. He goes, that's why they invented watches.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid. Anyhow, whatever. Again, and this is, like I said, the movie Baby Driver did this better, where he's like, I'm going to put a song on that's like
every movie did this better. What are you talking about? Every movie did this better. Fucking Nuki did this movie better.
Then I just have they sneak in. It's boring. Hudson steals Da Vinci's model horse. Then while that's happening, Danny Aiello like hacks the security cameras, so what plays back old video.
Yeah, it's on a loop.
Yeah, it's extra painful for me to have watched this scene after having also just watched Little Shop of Horrors, which is a delightful musical that everyone should
singing.
see.
Yeah, fantastic.
And then I see Hudson Hawk.
Steve Martin is so good in that, man.
Oh, he's the best.
He is incredible.
Shoot puppets with a BB gun.
So the security guards notice that the chair's back on the video feed, and they're like, that's weird. Didn't we make the fat guy kill himself falling off of that?
On the blue chair. They're watching a black and white TV, and they go, hey, look, the blue chair's back together again.
Well, they've been there. They know what color the chair is.
Is that the only chair they have in this fucking place?
But I don't know if I would say that.
This chair, what color it is?
Yeah, I would say, look, the chair that Fatso fucking broke by shitting in his pants broke.
It was our only chair.
The color of it.
Yeah, that's a good point. If it's the only chair, why'd they break it? That's a terrible idea.
What if that's part of the fucking? What if that's fucking Da Vinci's chair and the guy's just sitting on it?
If that's Da Vinci's chair, he made a shitty chair, man. That thing barely held that guy. So they notice that. They're like, oh shit, go down there, try to bust him, right? And this is when Tommy does his thumb cuffs trick. They trip the guards with a rope, and then
God,
these fucking
come on, for real. This is the first time I've written down "fuck you" movie. How do they have this rope thing set up?
Yeah, and then with just like a quick bonk on the head, they knock the two guards out.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is so fuck. This Looney Tunes.
Exactly. This was when I was like, this movie is a Looney Tunes. So I tried to put myself in that mindset.
Right, yeah.
It still doesn't work. Yes, it doesn't work.
It still doesn't work.
Yeah. So they now they're busted. The alarms are going off and everything. They're like, fuck, we can't make it through the basement. They run up to the roof. And then they jump off of the 5-story fucking roof of this building, Tim.
Into an awning.
Crash into an awning.
Guys, I'm dead serious about this. I need an answer on this.
Yes.
Does Tommy not get shot right there?
You think he does, because they do shoot down at him.
Yeah, they shoot down at him, and he's clutching his abdomen. He jerks when the shot goes off, and he clutches his abdomen.
Maybe he just wants a sandwich.
I've rewound it and watched it multiple times. He definitely 100% gets shot.
Okay. That
Candice, look, I promise you are probably right, because I guarantee you this is like an hour and 40 minutes with credits, right? So this is like an hour and like what, 28 minutes?
28, yeah.
Okay. There is a 2.5 hour cut of this fucking movie. With him and Bruce Willis just going back and forth. Because for real, this whole David Caruso thing, it never gets fucking explained as to why he's doing what he's doing.
That's his thing. He's the sneaky guy. He's the costume guy.
But for the rest of the, you 100% see Tommy get shot, and for the rest, for like the next hour of the movie, you never see him, and no one mentions him. And so I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like, did he get shot or not?
I would say my bigger problem with this is that they both should be dead, but instead, Bruce Willis just falls into a chair.
No, hold on. See, because here's where this movie can suck my fucking dick and stick a finger up my ass, because that's what it's going to take. This is a fucking hard edit. From him falling down into him sitting down into the chair in front of the fucking Mario Brothers. And I was like,
terrible.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst movie transitions I've ever seen, because it was trying so hard to be like artsy. It was trying really hard. Yeah, it was trying really hard to make something visually striking, and instead it made eye diarrhea.
Eats shit.
This is like that cop movie with Bruce Willis and I forget the comedian name. If
Tracy
it wasn't
Morgan?
Kevin Smith, if it wasn't Kevin Smith directing that fucking movie, this is the movie that Bruce Willis makes.
Yep. I mean, I think you're so right. Bruce Willis was definitely like, listen, you're directing it, but I'm
directing it. I'm doing what I want.
I 100% guarantee you that this is what Bruce Willis thinks is funny, and only him.
Yeah.
This is probably the jokes that he makes when he's around his friends.
So then there.
Well, yeah, because Candice, at this point, he's the biggest fucking thing in Hollywood. So yes, if you're around Bruce Willis, you're going to tell him Mr. Willis, you're laughing at whatever the fuck he's doing. You're like, yo, that's the greatest fucking harmonica solo I ever heard.
Yeah. Fair. So yeah, they never explain how he got to the house or whatever. It's just like a hard cut to him falling back into the chair in the Mario Brothers.
Because I watched it twice because I was like, wait, hold on, please don't tell me he fucking falls through the roof of the hotel that fucking guys are sitting in.
And I keep rewinding it because I'm like, fucking dude got shot, and now he's sitting here. Like, do we not see you go to the hospital? Because the man clearly got shot.
But if you're listening and you think that joke is funny, they'll do it again. And it's just as funny later.
Oh my God. Yes.
So then the parole officer, this guy Gates, he comes in, right? And he's like, all right, so you stole the fucking dumb horse, right, for me? And he's like, yeah, here you go. Bruce Willis gives it to him, And he just takes it and just busts it over one of the fucking Mario Brothers' head. Just smash. And he takes out it's a little... It looks like these puzzles that they have, like at Sharper Image or something, where it's just these three little interconnecting things that you put together to make like a star.
Yeah, this is where I was really, really starting to get confused and lose the line of the plot. Because I said, wait, if he didn't steal it, because I'm like, he's got this horse, but then the auction house has a horse too. If he didn't steal it, how did they make sure he took the dummy horse and not the real one?
Yeah.
Did they put a dummy?
Cares?
I'm so confused.
Because I at one point I'm watching this again for the second time. I was like, wait, where did they get that fucking other horse so quickly? I was like, wait a second, why the fuck do I care?
Were there two horses the whole time? How did one not notice it was gone?
I don't know, Candice. So he takes the crystal thing. And he's like, aha, we got one of the crystal things, whatever. So
yeah, you know what? By the way that this fucking thing is broken up by Da Vinci, these things aren't fucking fitting in the shit that they're in.
Yeah, no, that's true. Especially the book. So
oh my God, yeah. When they were the book, I was like, are they gonna open up and there's gonna be like a fucking cutout, like a prison thing, like we're fucking Shawshank Redemption, where there's a fucking star shape in the middle of this book?
It's like a pop-up book, Tim.
Yeah. It's in the cover.
Oh man. So no. So then the guy, the PO, is like, hey, where's my cut? And he's like, oh, I'll give you your cut, and then slices his throat. Get it?
Oh, you know what? English guy here, also good part of the movie. That's it.
Yeah. True. And he's gone. So now Hudson's like all suspicious because there's a news report that the horse was not stolen. It's like, there was people broke in and fucked the place up, but nobody's.
That's when I was like, wait, then what did he take? And what's there?
So he's like, I'm going to go see what's going on at the auction then. So he puts on a tux, goes to the auction, sits down. There's Andy McDowell. And now,
wait, hold on. Before we get to this fucking Echo the Dolphin bitch. What does it serve the purpose of anybody in this movie to fake that thing wasn't stolen?
There's not.
So, Tim, the reason...
hold on. So the Andy McDowell is there to see which one is trying to bid it the highest, because the one who's going to be willing to pay the most price, the highest price, is the one who's obviously connected to the Mayfair. Okay, I just answered my own question, which I bet you this fucking movie didn't even intend that to be the real fucking answer.
Yeah, who knows? Now, here we get to meet most of the players in the game. We meet Minerva, she's there. Fucking dickhead Darwin's there.
What a great fucking... Wait, hold on. What a great fucking introduction between Richard Grant and Sandra Bernhard with like,
So
we're going to start the bidding at what, $5 million, and he walks.
Don't skip over the mother of all mullets.
Oh
because
yeah,
that gets
on
introduced.
The candy bars, yeah.
Yeah. So I've just quick question for you. Okay, who is Kit Kat working for?
Oh, you think he's a double agent?
No, I genuinely want to know, who is he supposed to be working for?
Well, I thought there were like a group of mercenaries.
Right. So there's Kit Kat, Snickers, and Butterfingers, and Almond Joy.
Yeah, who originally were named after the diseases. Yes.
Yeah, and she was named fucking Chlamydia. Yeah.
Ooh, very funny.
Or Almond Joy. Get it? Yeah. So they're mercenaries that were hired by who?
The CIA.
Yeah,
but
they were hired by George, whatever, in here, played by James Coburn. But yeah, does he work for the CIA?
No. I don't think he does. Okay. He claims to.
What's the CIA's relationship with the Mayflowers?
I don't know.
There you go, folks.
There is none. The only thing that is that people are just assuming that James Coburn works for the CIA.
Yeah, I literally have in my notes, I'm confused on how the CIA plays into this.
Yeah. Because, no, at one point he says, he doesn't even say, because he's talking about the glory days, so I think he's either retired or he's been kicked out. Like, this is like somebody who would be a guest on Alex Jones, right? 100%.
Okay.
So and then he's like, I started my own thing. This is the MTVIA. And that's when he introduces these fucking morons.
Yeah. So, like you were saying, though, Darwin, Richard Grant, he storms in there to bid on the horse. He's like, $100 million.
And then, again, as soon as you see him, he's like, you know what? As soon as I saw him, this was like, all right, you know what? There's something in this movie that I can latch onto. I can wait until the next time I see him. And then when Sandra walks in and says, $100 million and $1.
Yeah. And then he's like, outbid by my own wench. And then they wiggle their tongues at each other.
They waggle their tongues.
Yeah. They're not touching, Candice, so it's okay.
So now I'm going to do my best to explain what happens, but I'm very confused. So he's like, all right, going once, going twice, sold. And as he says sold and strikes down with the hammer, if you're watching the movie and just going by what you see, it appears that the auctioneer is a bomb because he blows up.
Yep.
So we are led to believe in the universe of this movie, this man is maybe some sort of a sentient AI.
Wait, hold on. Is this some kind of connection to Last Action Hero with that fart guy?
Maybe. Yeah. Or the eyeball guy. Because remember his fake eyes, one of them was a bomb.
Yep.
So, maybe, Tim, maybe. The massive explosion, and they steal
Which, by the way, Richard Grant and Sandra Bernhard know because they duck right before he hits the thing. Which I'm like, why would you even be there then?
Yeah, there's no reason for them to go in there.
Get a fucking proxy that you're on the fucking phone with, and they go like, hey, you know what? Anonymous bid, it goes $100 million. Second anonymous bid, it goes $100 million and $1.
Plus, what is Bruce Willis even doing there? Why did he go there?
Well, he wanted to see the horse that they'd stolen.
But why?
He was like, what's going on with this?
Because this is how we get to see him in a tuxedo with a stupid fucking ass collar that's only was popular in the 90s. And then this is how we get to meet fucking Horseface.
Well, Tim, I hope you're not too pissed about the 90s because we're going to be going back to it here in a bit.
When are you going to make that announcement?
At the end of the show, I've got a big announcement about the future of the podcast. So
I hope you like us pissed off.
I hope you like Tim pissed off for sure. Right. Candice is going to be beside herself. So happy.
Excited.
So then a pillar falls, like it's going to smush Andy McDowell, whose character name is Anne, I guess because it's close to Andy and she couldn't remember. I have no idea.
I guarantee you that fucking all her lines were fucking pasted on the guy's fucking forehead in front of her.
Oh, yeah. I bet, dude. And so he rescues her, right? And as he's like talking to her about like,
you find out that she works for the Vatican, and I've never seen this movie before. I put right here, she's a nun.
See, Tim.
As soon as they said that she would work for the Vatican, I was like, she's a fucking nun.
That's why I say, Tim, you got to be all over this movie.
Look, she is an incredibly beautiful woman because she was like a model, right? Before she started acting.
Incredibly beautiful, dressed like.
Yes. Incredibly beautiful hair, her face.
Oh, her hair is huge.
Yes. And even as a fucking nun, she's still fucking hot. She cannot act to save her fucking life, though. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
That's fair,
good point. She's probably the worst actor in this, and Sandra Bernhardt's in it. So that's saying something. So then he gets knocked out by some, I guess they just hung up a sculpture of a unicorn for some reason. Yeah,
and this is where I have, maybe it's the editing that makes it unfunny. The transitions are too jarring, and there either isn't enough time or too much time between scenes.
Or they're trying to figure out how to edit a 4-hour and 35-minute cut of a movie. Where Bruce Willis starts singing like, hey, Andy, you want to hear a song?
Because if this is a $65 million 1991 budget, like I said, Terminator was a little, not quite double it, and it actually has CGI and big actors and is a good movie. Where the fuck did the $65 million go?
To Bruce Willis's budget, I guess.
To
his pay.
He's like, no, I want to destroy real artifacts from Leonardo da Vinci. So he gets knocked out.
Do you see where the scenes are in this movie? You had New York City, and now you have Rome.
Oh, yeah.
And you can tell they're actually to Rome.
Yeah, that's true.
So, that had to cost a lot of fucking money.
He gets knocked out, right? Wakes up in the only wood panel ambulance I've ever seen. It's very bizarre, right? And then, so the Mario brothers wake him up like, hey, we're going to kill you now. Get it? Because we, whatever. I guess we don't need you, and we know we won't in the future.
And this is why your incredibly talented wife picked this movie as an action movie, right? Right here, this scene.
Yeah, this is a good action set piece because he falls out of the back of the... Well, first he drives 100 syringes into the dude's fucking face.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's how it works.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it works. Yeah. Then he falls out of the back on the gurney, holding on to a sheet. And buddy, if you ever wanted to see the perfect intersection of comedy and action, this right here, this solid minute and a half,
he's holding on to a blanket that's like stuck in the back of the ambulance, and he's on a gurney, and so they're going like 100 miles an hour, and he's just like swinging around on the back of this gurney,
having the best jokes ever.
I will say this does look good.
It does.
I was watching it. I was like, let me see where the blue screen is, because there's a scene later on where they're flying in that fucking Da Vinci machine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my fucking god, they ran out of money for special effects. This one, it really, really looks good. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
It does.
But that still doesn't forgive your wife. Get a divorce. I guarantee you. Show the judge's fucking movie as her judgment, and you'll get those kids.
You know what? You might be right, Tim. So he's being drugged behind this thing, and he just reaches over and grabs a cigarette from somebody.
No, some lady just throws it out.
Oh, right. Takes a puff out of it.
Which, by the way, this is the same bridge from fucking Escape from New York. The 59th Street Bridge. Yes.
Gotcha. So you see, your wife thinks it's funny.
Yeah,
he takes a drag off of it, and he's like, "Oh, menthol," and flips it
Bloody
away.
Bits, recorded in front of a live audience.
It's very true. A very good audience of one. But then
that tracks.
Yeah. So then after he does that bullshit with the fucking stupid cigarette, he just keeps with the bad lines. He's all like,
ooh,
hey,
it's a menthol.
How's my driving? Call 1-900. I'm going to die.
Oh my God. I'm like, you know what?
The most aggressively unfunny thing I've ever seen.
And then
the last thing that anybody would ever fucking say in a situation like this, I don't care if you're that fucking kind of narcissistic fucking asshole who believes there's always a fucking camera on you. Nobody would fucking say this in this situation.
Tim.
And this whole time, I'm still trying to get in the headspace of the movie and be like, "Oh, this is just live action
There's no
cartoon."
headspace, Candice. There's no headspace. It's because the
still
movie is
not
all up its
funny.
fucking ass.
Yeah, it's still not funny.
We got to figure out what drugs Willis was on. That's how you get in that headspace.
Oh, he was on the Bruce Willis drug. I guarantee you that, which is stronger than cocaine.
What's great is then he gets to the toll and he's like, fuck, exact change. See, Tim, you like this one.
Yeah, I like this because this is a swipe at big government, right? See, look.
Yeah.
They don't care what the fuck's happening to you. You still got to pay.
Yeah. So he reaches and grabs change, tosses it, and then the fucking gate lifts up.
You know what movie did it better?
That's not how a toll booth works in New York, but go ahead.
You know what movie does it better? The joke about how New Yorkers don't give a fuck what's happening around them. Last Action Hero.
Yeah.
They make the exact same joke, fucking 10 times better.
Yeah, it's a good movie. So anyway, then they wreck the ambulance. It blows up in midair. Looks fantastic. Watching it right now on my other screen.
Yeah,
I think
this look good.
This is for action. This is the best part of the movie. This 100%. Is the action set piece of this fucking movie, right? There's nothing
100%,
else.
Yeah, 100%. So then his gurney ends up like under the bridge. Just so happens to drop in on the candy bar crew.
That's where they drew some blood.
Oh, Candice, I was just going to say that's with him and Anthony.
Oh, man.
I was trying to figure...
With a sock on his cock.
I was thinking furiously about how I could work some lyrics into this.
Yeah. So he gets to meet all of them, and they're like, hey, we're the whatever. We work for the whatever. Who cares? It's story, but no one cares. Yeah. I like they just shock him for no reason. Just like,
they got this shit from fucking Jurassic Park, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is where I have I should make cards that say, I'm candy and you are not dreaming.
Oh, God.
So now in this movie, I have little jokes for all of his cards for me.
Like a Kit Kat. Kit Kat doesn't talk. So
he uses cards.
He has little cards printed out for everything he needs to say. It's very
appropriate
fun.
For everything that he needs to say. See?
Oh, in Butterfinger, the big tough guy, he's clumsy.
And
he's got bowel problems.
Oh, yeah, because he comes out of the fucking toilet. He's in the porta-john that he tipped over.
He's the only person whose nickname, their candy bar nickname, matches their character. Yes. Which makes no sense. Yeah. Why not have all of them or none of them match the character? Why just one?
Yeah.
So, Candice, what would you name them?
I don't know, Milky Way or something. Yeah. I don't know.
Is there stupid, dickhead, dumbass, dude from CSI?
Name Almond Joy Cadbury.
Cadbury?
Yeah, because Cadbury's a good name.
It sounds good.
And plus, you could pass it off as kind of a real name.
True, yeah. So they're talking to him, and then Boss Man comes out, who's in charge of this whole operation. Our man, what's his character's fucking George? So he's like, yeah, we're not done with you. We need you. And they wheel like a steamer trunk behind him.
And this is where I have, wow, what a smooth, non-intrusive way to introduce a character. I'm the guy who got you thrown in prison for 10 years.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's right. Like, who are you? I've never seen you before. It's like, yeah,
exactly.
Like, oh, wait. Oh, you're that guy George. Like, how the fuck do you even know that?
Yeah. So he wakes up in just some building.
Telling you, there's a 3-hour cut of this fucking movie somewhere.
In Italy. And they pick him up in a limo, and they take him to this M-shaped building. Which, why didn't you just drop him off at that building?
Well, is it an M-shaped building? If you come from the south, isn't it a W?
That's a good point. Yeah, it's either the Mario or you know what?
Oh shit!
That make them the Warrios to the Mario Brothers.
They did come over on the Mayfair, right?
Yeah.
The Mayflower. Yeah.
Mario and Wario did come on the Mayflower. That's a good point, Tim. So, yeah, they drive his ass over there. And they're like, listen, buddy, we need you to go in to the Vatican and steal the Leonardo da Vinci's Codex.
Oh, and he's also getting the bunny treatment, which he seems to like.
Yeah.
Bunny ball.
Yes.
Bunny ball.
Because Sandra Bernhardt's got this shitty little dog that they're playing, fetch with.
Named
Bunny
Bunny.
ball.
But the dog so far has been established that he's picking these balls up in his mouth and holding them down and bringing them somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's not licking or sucking the fucking balls.
Well,
but this dog goes down on Bruce Willis. And
been...
Bruce Willis comes.
Yep. He's like, it's a good thing I put peanut butter up my asshole.
He even makes a joke about how that's the most action he's got since he left prison.
I was going to say,
almost. I just need 2 more minutes.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, if that's what you're into, you don't need 2 more minutes.
I was going to say, Tim, the dog doesn't need to lick or suck. The guy, it's 10 years since he's had anything down there. And they have their weird little, parlor room area with the United Colors of Benetton group of villains in there. And I got to say, in this one, though, David Caruso, looking very Rick Astley.
Yes.
Isn't he?
He does.
Maybe he was disguising himself.
If he did a fucking Rick roll at this time, that would fucking blow people's minds.
That'd be pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, they cuff him behind his back with that game Simon between 2 handcuffs.
Does this come back to play at all in this movie?
No, not at all. Everything's just any room where there's you can put stupidity or something weird or dumb, they just do that.
But are you sitting in the fucking movie theater in 1991 after seeing Die Hard 1 and 2 and the fucking look who's talking going, oh, that's a Simon Says handcuff?
I guess.
Is that funny?
I guess so. So they tell him, you got to go steal this thing. He's like, all right, fine. Goes to case out the Vatican. Now, one of my favorite characters in this little girl beating the shit out of her elephant.
Oh, little Candice. This is Angela from Sleepaway Camp.
It does look like her. Oh, it's so true, Tim.
Before they went to Sleepaway Camp, they went to the Vatican.
Fair. So then they're giving, there's this tour coming where they're talking about, and Andie MacDowell, she's the tour guide.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fake advertisement. Why aren't you in your fucking uniform, lady?
Yeah, why? But she's so modestly dressed at the same time.
It's true.
No, she's always showing leg.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of leg being showed off.
Wait, I went to Catholic school. I never saw fucking nuns show that much leg.
So
wish they did.
Bruce Willis's move is he steals the little girl's elephant and throws it at the Codex just to see what kind of security they have, I guess.
Yep.
And
it's the most confusing contraption that drops down.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, if you are not Danny Aiello, you can squeeze out of that fucking cage. That's all you. The rest of this movie is that he looks at Danny Aiello and goes, "Hey, I already forgot. You're not even in this movie. But hey, if my ex-partner was here, he'd have a tough time getting through that cage. Yeah. That's easy. You can walk through the bars or walk through the fucking top part of the cage.
But they also, and apparently this is part of their security measure.
Oh yes, that's right. They kill the gas. Yeah,
they release gas into a crowd of innocent people.
Well, there's only 2 fucking. 2 gas masks for the guards, and it's outside the fucking exhibit.
Yeah, and so Andie MacDowell goes over to
fucking museum in Vivaldi.
Damn,
sorry.
Goes over to Hudson Hawk and is like, "Oh, I got to rescue you specifically. Let's go." Takes him to the subway underneath the Vatican.
Yeah, because there's a secret passage, right?
Yeah, the Vatican's got a substation down there.
Oh.
And they're being
postal office?
Yeah, just for Christmas cards and stuff.
And then they turn around, they notice that they're being followed.
Holy shit, she's going out there.
By Kit Kat, who's now 2 people.
No. Hold on. I have written down. Wait, is that the fucking parents of the twins from The Matrix Part 2?
Yeah.
And that's not Kit Kat. Those are 2 different fucking people who are following him. And
they're twins.
How did they find this fucking secret entrance?
I mean, dude,
that's
if you're going to cast David Caruso and you're going to cast twins, just find twins that don't look like David Caruso.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. Well, no, he's a ginger in this movie. Well, no, first he starts off with ginger, then he goes brunette, then he goes stone. This dude was stone face in this fucking movie, man.
He did go stone.
That's racist against trolls.
Fair, yeah. I think the Andie MacDowell outfit for him was the best, though. I think we can all settle on that.
It is because I was
for real. I was like, wait I've ever seen in my life.
So she gets a call on the Pope phone. Because he's got intercoms built into like crosses.
Into the crosses, which, you know what? All right. Kind of a clever idea. I like that because as soon as somebody like starts to think about doing something, that thing goes off.
Yeah. It's something. So she goes up to meet with the Pope.
No, it's a cardinal.
Yeah.
Oh, cardinal.
He's a cardinal. Yeah, and he's the old scary German guy from Monster Squad.
Yo, this dude has played every fucking ethnicity in the fucking world, right? He's like a Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
Wait, he looks like Rawhide.
It does look like
he's got that
Rawhide.
really like taut skin, like dark colored skin.
So she meets with him, and he's like, listen, you're supposed to be following this Hudson Hawk character, not trying to fuck him. So,
and, you know, at this point, I'm like, really, Bishop? For the stakes that are on the line, she can't fuck this guy? She can't even give him a handy or something? Well, for the stakes that are in this fucking movie.
What stakes? All they know is the Codex is going to get stolen. That's it.
That's a pretty big thing because it's in the Vatican, right? And the Vatican is put of pirates and terrorists. So, you know what? Hey, Nun, take one for the fucking team. Blow Hudson Hawk. Don't let him fucking steal the Codex.
Yeah, I mean, bigger things are at stake here than, one
Plus,
of
Catholic bitch, go to fucking confession. Then that's okay. Everything's all right on Wednesday.
That's a fair point. Or just hire a prostitute. I mean, you're in Italy.
Yeah, and you're in the Vatican.
Yeah, there's got to be prostitutes in the Vatican, right?
100%.
So Hudson sneaks his way out, runs into Butterfinger, beats the shit out of him, knocks his front tooth out, which is always fun. But he gets the rest of the crew gets the drop on him. It's like, hey, what the fuck you doing here, man? You're supposed to be stealing that shit. And he's like, yeah, I know, I was casing the joint. They're like, okay, well, you're going to steal it tonight. We've moved the timeline up.
Wait, hold on. Let me get it. Hold on. I lost my notes.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Here I am. Oh, fuck this movie. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. So, yeah, they're like, no, we got to move your timeline up. You got to steal it tonight, period. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I think this is, I didn't put down the exact note, but David Caruso Kit Kat puts another note in front of his face, and it says, like, beware the blue something or another.
The blue wire, which again, where is the payoff for this? How is this explained? I mean, because we
payoff.
This is
there's a payoff, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, for no reason, there's a payoff. He's just like, oh, a blue wire. They were right. Anyhow,
my little message for that is beware the blue Cookie Monster bra.
Oh.
For the monsters, it holds back.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and Andy McDowell also, he set up to have a date, to have dinner with her at like 10:30 at night.
Oh, that's a fuck date, right?
That's a fuck date, 100%.
What do you mean 10:30 at night? Come on.
Yeah.
That's a quick drink. If I don't say anything that you don't like, if you don't do anything I don't like, we're going back to my apartment.
Yeah. Then when he's yelling, by the way, Bruce Willis is yelling at them when they're leaving, and Kit Kat's just standing behind him, like miming everything that he does.
This is what I have written down. It's like, what the fuck is he doing?
I don't know.
Being annoying.
No, because it's the first time we see him doing this.
Yeah. And the last.
No? No, because after this we get the Andy McDowell impersonation. After this we get the fucking stone face.
Right.
This is the first instant where David Caruso is doing the fucking mimic thing.
Right. But in those ones, he's just dressed like them. He's not like mimicking Andy McDowell's movements. It's very bizarre.
No, yeah, he's mimicking fucking Bruce Willis like it's fucking that Korean movie 3 Iron, which if anybody gets that, that's a month of subscription on me. I'll pay for $10 for you.
So he sneaks into the Vatican that night, and he's like, okay, I got to figure out what the security is here. So he sprays laser detector spray.
Oh, did you guys see what the security guards were eating?
Oh,
This was the joke that made me laugh.
Yeah.
This was the one that made me laugh.
This one broke you?
Spaghetti in a little thermos cup.
Yeah. Dumps it out.
Those damn Italians. They love their spaghetti.
Plus, he actually has a metal fork with him, too. It's not even plastic.
Yeah. Well, he takes his spaghetti seriously, Tim.
Don't you have to break it to put in that thermos?
Oh.
Yeah. Oof.
That's fit twice as much in.
So
man, that might get us, cut off the internet.
Bruce snags 2 of the dirtiest mirrors I've ever seen off of a wall.
No, it's some kind of fucking. The mirror is part of a fucking art exposition, and he takes it off, and it's a mirror that's also a mirror on the back.
Yeah,
how does that work? What's the point of that? You have a mirror facing front and back, and you put it on a fucking wall.
Yeah, I don't know, Tim. I don't really get the point of it. So he takes those, uses it to block the lasers, goes over, uses some acid to melt through the plexiglass. And then, yeah, you're right, Tim. There's just one individual blue wire under the book.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, shit. And he was right. There is a blue wire.
And then we don't even see what he does to the blue wire to get past the blue wire.
He does nothing, Tim, because what he does is he...
Oh, that's right, because he needed a pocket fisherman from Ronco.
Yep. Another 90s reference for you. Actually, that's older, isn't it? That's 80s.
I think that's the 80s. By the 90s, no one knows what a fucking pocket fisherman is.
Yeah, that's fair.
Everybody had a fucking Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi?
You mean a Tamagotchi?
Tamagotchi.
You're thinking of Christina Yamaguchi and Tamagotchi.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, if you didn't feed her, she couldn't get her fucking ice skates going.
See, I got the Tanya Harding toy. That beats the shit out of it, man. It's fucking great.
Oh my God, I worked at a mall in Raleigh, North Carolina, and Christina Yamaguchi lived there, so her little shithead kids would run rampant in that fucking mall.
Candice,
they were assholes.
This is the weirdest connection you and I have, by the way.
Really?
Look at that.
Yeah, because I used to go to the Rose Garden Mall in Portland, Oregon, where Tanya Harding used to skate all the time.
Oh,
really?
That's tenuous at best.
What?
Tanya Harding and Yamaguchi.
Well, she was fucking, that's close
same
enough.
era.
They both did the same thing. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Tim.
Well, look, we're all connected because we've all seen a fireman, right?
But that's also true. My God, we have so much in common.
Yeah, we really do. So Willis, he ties the fishing line to it. A security guard goes down to check out what's going on with the mirrors. And
so this is part of the plan?
Sure. And as soon as he steps on it, he reels it up real quick, and the security guard gets locked up and gassed. So he's dead. So
yeah.
Bruce Willis climbs on the roof and fucking fucks up the antenna, the TV antenna.
For the Pope, yeah.
And the Pope gets pissed because he's trying to watch Mr. Ed. This is pretty funny, you got to admit.
That should be a satanic show for the Pope. What are you talking about? Come on. A fucking
animals talking? Yeah.
The last time an animal talked, we got kicked out of the fucking Garden of Eden.
No, the last time an animal talked, it got sent into the fucking ocean. Jesus did, because he said that it was possessed by demons. That's where Legion comes
pigs,
from.
Right?
Yeah.
Did the whale ever talk to what's his name? Noah?
No, it didn't. It just
the whale
ate
just
him.
burped.
Just ate him.
Oh man. So
that's in your book, people, and you believe it to be true. Go ahead. Yes.
Tim,
I know.
We don't get really political or religious here, okay?
Yeah, we never.
That's not our thing. Yes.
Yeah, that's I personally
listen to that Ashes podcast.
I personally don't cotton to that shit. So he escapes by jumping on a chicken tour bus, which I didn't know they gave chickens tours in the Vatican. But it's pretty funny.
Maybe these are all the chickens that got pardoned by various presidents for Chicken Day or something.
Yeah, maybe there was some Catholic holiday where you eat chickens and the Pope pardons chickens each year.
It's
like
Friday
because
you can't eat fish, so everybody's got to eat chicken.
They got the message confused because all of the priests said that they were chicken lovers, but they didn't realize.
Eddie.
No. They went,
my God.
No. We went, hold on. Yeah, we're a bunch of chicken hawks over here. Yeah.
For the listeners,
what do you mean, my God, Candice? For real.
Look, I'm not the one fucking the kids, okay? The priests are. All right? That's on
Which,
them.
by the way, you know what? I will say this. The one thing you got to give the Catholic Church for is right now is they got some great PR because they got that shit out of the headlines. Even that shit's still going on. They're still paying for it, but you don't hear about it too much.
Yeah. Hats off to them, man. So... Oh, I'm going to go back to it. The guards here, what are they guarding? Epstein. Anyhow, so he jumps off. That's how inept they all are. So he jumps off of the chicken party bus and lands in the chair to have dinner with Andie MacDowell.
Yeah.
They
Again,
brought
is
it
this
back.
another hard cut with this fucking bullshit? Where it's like,
well, no, this one makes sense though because he actually did land it, and he had feathers. Remember, he like coughed out feathers like a Looney Tune.
Oh my god, yes, and
it's funny.
Andie MacDowell's incredible, realistic, human-like reaction to
she's
this.
Like, she looks at him and she's like, "What were you out sucking cock?" And he's like, "No, no." I swear to you, I wasn't.
Look, I don't swallow.
She takes him home to give him like the lamest back rub I've ever seen.
Oh my, and he is talking his way out of pussy.
Hold on. Yeah, this might be the lamest back rub you ever seen, but still, it's done by Andie MacDowell. So
yeah, but
it doesn't have to be great.
He's talking his way out of pussy in this scene because this is when he says that the most action he's seen was a dog licking his balls.
She might be into that.
That's not something.
Well, this is to express, like, look, honey, my dick is so hard, my balls are so full. You're here, you're already massaging my back. You are obligated now to take care of the rest.
Oh yeah,
that's what it is.
This is Italy. You could get away with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you just have to go to confession on Wednesday. Catholic girls got it the best.
They really do, man. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You just got to confess it. That's a good move, man. Whoever came up with that whole confession thing, that was a good move.
It was. You know, it's a great thing too. That's that I found not funny about this movie. It's like where she goes to the confession and it's that guy, the priest, that she's confessing to.
Yeah, it knows it's her. Yeah.
Yeah, and he knows it's her, and she's like, "Oh, I did this, I did that. I almost got 6 people killed. I committed fraud. I stole identity, and I kind of like made out with somebody, and that's what drives him crazy."
Yeah. That's too far.
So they're in the room about to fuck, and then the Pope phone goes off again.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Fuck, I gotta go." He's like, "Well, hold on a minute." And when he stands up, that giant Kodak falls out of his pocket. And she's like,
"Yeah, because you can't have 2 points in his pants." That's why his dick was so hard it stretched the pocket, so that fucking thing fell out.
So then, she's like, "What the fuck is this?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I stole that." She's like, "Oh well,
how could you?"
Yeah, why would you do that to me?
Which, by the way, the previous scene we see, she's going to this priest going like, "I know for 110% he's going to steal this fucking book."
Yeah. And how they're in bed with the CIA. I'm like, why? Look, why is the Vatican in bed with the CIA who's in bed with the Mayfairs? Why?
Speaking of being in bed, Candice, this is why it's important not to be a fucking virgin trying to do shit in the real fucking world. If she would have not been a fucking cherry nun, she would have realized she was sitting on his fucking hardcover book, not a fucking hard dick or his ass while she was getting a massage. Where did he have that book the entire time?
It was in his pocket.
It's a big ass fucking thing.
I know.
Switching down his erection.
That's the joke, Tim.
Yeah. So.
Maybe he bought the pocket version of Da Vinci's Kodak. So she's like, "All right, well, how about if I make you a cappuccino?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, that joke in the movie. Let's do that again."
Yeah.
She makes
making a big deal out of a cappuccino. Why? Don't know.
And he takes
because back then cappuccinos were like quiche.
Because I don't even know what that means.
Danny Aiello says, "Oh, the most masculine drink that you could ever drink, a cappuccino."
Right.
Oh,
that's where he gets it in the car and then he spills it on himself. So this is the joke. This is like eating quiche or taking Prozac.
Prozac, Jesus.
That was a jump.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was for a while. Those were big tropes in fucking movies where people made fun of shit like that. So
yeah. Yeah, I remember the quiche one. I don't so much remember. I guess the cappuccino one. Yeah. So he takes a drink out of it, though. Looks up with a little of the foam on his face. That's funny.
Yeah, it's so funny.
And then she's like, "Yeah, I drugged you." And he's like, "What?" And then he passes out. And then dude just fucking busts in through the door. and it's, what's his name? Butterfinger, right? And then they're all like, "Where is he?" She's like, "I got him." Cool. So now they take her to a castle.
Yeah,
Da Vinci's castle, right?
And this is where I was just completely fucking lost because why are they working together?
Yes, exactly.
But
So
somehow the Vatican doesn't know that the CIA is working with the Mayfairs.
Right. So they're working together to steal the book that they have access to.
They already have.
Yeah. This is like some white fire shit.
This is so insane.
It's so well written. That's Bruce Willis. Hats off to you for writing this one, buddy. Just fantastic.
It's like he wrote it today.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll bet. You know what? I'll bet he could write it just as good today. I bet he just has that talent. Might even be better. Might be more coherent.
He made his own Goodwill Hunting now.
Man. So yeah, they bring her to the castle to talk to her, and and this is when Kit Kat's dressed like her for no reason.
Oh yeah, they said escort her home.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, and he's like holding her elbow, like literally pulling her along, and he's dressed exactly like her.
Yeah.
So he has to protect her and look like her. That's the only way.
Right, look, right. They have to look. Listen.
No explanation in this fucking hour and 40-minute cut.
You've got to sneak her back to the Vatican, right? But you don't want to arouse suspicion. So the best way to do
dress her up like a nun
is to have David Caruso dress up like her and walk there with her.
Yeah, he's not even trying to act like a woman, like move like one. He's just David Caruso clomping around and he like heels in a dress. Like, why?
So if you ever wanted to see David Caruso in a dress, I mean, this is your movie.
I'm sure that's someone's king.
This and Kings of New York might be my two favorite David Caruso movies.
This and Kings of New York. Well, it finds itself in a rarefied air then, Tim, on your shelf. So he escorts her back to the Vatican. She gets in her nun getup, and this is when she confesses to the priest about everything. And he's like, "All right, 15 Hail Marys. Meet me outside in 5 minutes." Right.
I want to mention
here. Fuck you want, and just have to do 15 Hail Marys. What a bargain!
And this is where I want to mention that as I was writing my notes, I had like 2 pages, and then I get to this 3rd page, and there's long gaps where I just don't have anything
at a certain
written
point,
down.
Guys, I just got tired of writing down "suck my dick" movie. Fuck this shit. Come the fuck on. I can remember that.
And then there's literally a certain point, a little bit past this, where I actually stopped typing mid-word.
Wow.
I didn't even finish the word. I just closed my Chromebook and I just let it be.
So it's so great that you point that out, Candice, because I'll read verbatim the notes that I have. She goes to the confession with the priest. They go over some of the story. I really don't care. Anyhow, now we're back with the Mayflowers.
Yeah. The best part of this movie.
Yeah.
When the two of them are on screen, it is the best part of the movie. That's it.
Oh, man. So then they cut open the codex, right? And take out this piece that would not fit that's in the binding of the book, I guess.
This is truly magical, yes.
And if anybody could figure it out, it would have been Da Vinci, right? And they've got Hudson Hawk there. They're talking to him. They're like, listen, here's what our motive is. Here's what we want to do. We want to use that to make so much gold that it destroys the world economy.
For shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Yep. Because he made his first $1 billion at 19. So,
bored.
What else do you do? Yeah.
And this is where I have a note. There's another movie that had the villain be self-aware about the fact that they're the villain in the story, and so they're over the top. It's Last Action Hero.
Yes.
And Charles Dance did it 10 times better.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, no, come on. For real.
No,
they're the best part of the movie.
I mean, they might be the best part of this movie, but they do not put a candle to Charles Dance in Last Action Hero.
I agree with you, yes. But, I mean, like I said, I think both of them are the only ones who know what movie they're in, and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. So but
Charles Dance does have it, yes.
They cut the puzzle piece out, then they shoot the twins in the head for no reason.
Because he was joking, and then his sister was just like, hey, okay,
now, fuck it.
Do it.
And while this is happening, Hudson Hawk steals something.
Yes, I have written down, what the fuck did he just take?
It's like a little gargoyle head.
And why wouldn't you better guard someone who's a notorious thief?
Yeah.
And
well,
why
no,
wouldn't
but
you?
Sandra,
When
she
they
calls
leave,
him out. She's like, "Hey, get away from that stuff." He's like, "Oh, I'm just looking
search
around."
him, search his ass.
But then he learns, well, they need you to steal the third piece. So he's like, I can do whatever I want. And he starts fucking Sandra Bernhardt.
God.
Just dry humping. He's grabbing her from behind, just pounding
She's loving
her
it.
out.
I'm like, if this is any other movie, he'd be locked in a room for 17 years.
And Dude Bro gets very possessive and jealous.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, look, don't be fucking Sandra Bernhardt.
Don't you fuck my sister. That's my job.
Don't fuck the hottest chick in Italy, Sandra Bernhardt.
And even though I have a British accent and she doesn't, but we're siblings.
Yeah. Then Alfred.
Well, I think, look, maybe the whole thing is explained like they grew up in separate continents, right? She grew up in Brooklyn. He grew up in Brookshire.
Or maybe
they pulled a kickboxer.
Or maybe he's not British. Maybe he's got like that transatlantic accent, like a Kelsey Grammer or
yeah.
You know what I mean? He could be a Boston
come on,
guy.
if you're making $1 billion at 19, you're traveling all over the world.
Like Katharine Hepburn.
Fair, yeah, fair. So then Alfred, who's their butler that has Assassin's Creed blades.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed. This is like more Mortal Kombat.
He's got the hidden blade.
Yeah, the Baraka kind of thing. Yeah, anyhow, he does the Vulcan nerve pinch on Hudson Hawk. Because I guess he can just do that.
It's a thing, yeah.
By the way, he never does it again. Even when he very much should be doing it again a lot.
Yeah.
Because it seems very, very, very useful. So they're like, listen, we're going to cut your balls off unless you go steal the thing for us.
Yeah, because he goes, I found the one thing that you're not going to need to steal. I was like, wait a second. If you castrate him, he's going to be in the hospital for a while.
Yeah, he's going to be out of commission for a few days at least. And these guys, even though they're not on a timeline, they seem like they're in a hurry.
Yeah, plus it's going to throw his balance off while he's trying to do shit, so.
That's true.
You got to acclimate.
They're going to have him like, you have to jump off of this thing. And he's like, I don't know. I don't have the nuts to do it, I guess.
Oh, maybe now when he throws that fucking rope across the thing, he can do that fucking thing that happened in the Super Bowl with the guy fucking bouncing up and down that fucking elastic wire.
Oh, yeah. He does have the line like, I always wanted to sing like Frankie Valli. Go for it.
Yeah, well, Jesus Christ. Frankie Valli joke in 1991.
Yep. They're staying topical, Tim. Okay.
A 40-year-old joke.
Yeah.
At that time.
That's pretty bad, man. So, yeah, they're like, all right, so we got to get the last piece of it, because we're going to ruin the world. And that's in one of the model helicopter prototypes of Da Vinci's, which is currently in the Louvre. Right?
See, all I'm thinking too is like, dudes, all right, take the shit that you need out of it, but try to like keep it a little like near mint.
Oh, so that's
because you can still fucking sell that goddamn thing, right?
That's another location they go to. They go from New York City to Rome to Paris.
Yeah. Because, he says, oh, you mean the Louvre in Paris? It's in the Louvre in Paris. And he's like, oh, I thought you meant the Louvre in Detroit or whatever. What a funny guy.
That's where their fucking budget went.
To locations?
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe it's like how Adam Sandler likes to just go on vacations to film his shit. But the difference is Sandler has his own production company and money. So, so it's okay.
And there might be something funny in a Sandler movie.
Oh, maybe. I know that there's that one where the deer pisses on him and his wife while they're sleeping in the opening scene. That seems funnier than a lot of this.
Yeah, so it does.
They're like, he's like, I'm not going to do it.
I would ask you what movie, but I really don't care.
That was Grown Ups. So he's like, all right, I'm not going to do that. You're going to have to fucking kill me or whatever. And they're like, well, we will. And he's like, well, I'm still not going to do it. And they're like, all right, fine. So remember like an hour and a half ago in the podcast, we were talking about his buddy Tommy that died jumping off of the building.
Yeah, that was clearly shot because I rewound it multiple times.
Yeah. No, they bring him out. He's here.
He's fine. He's totally fine.
Yeah. And they're outside speculating like, ooh, I bet they're having beers and being best friends. And then they just bust out of the window.
Oh my God, no. They're like, oh, I bet they're up there being best friends. Isn't this when like one of the henchmen says, do you want me to rape them?
Yes. Butterfingers, like, do you want me to go rape
Butterfingers
them?
out of nowhere. Like, the henchmen are just chilling in their car, like, just keeping an eye on things.
Yeah.
Oh, in their little tiny car, yes.
Yeah, the Butterfingers goes, do you want me to rape them?
Yes, that's the other note I have written down. I have such a gap in my fucking notes. I was written down, what? Rape?
And then,
rape is a fucking threat in this movie?
And then Kit Kat hands him a card that says, give me a break.
So funny. And then they tell him to read his book.
Yeah.
And it's like Midnight Rabbit or something.
No, it's One Fish, Two Fish. And he's reading it out loud. And then they're like, can you read it to yourself, idiot? You moron.
You know, she should be called Mounds because I'm enjoying Ain't Got Nuts.
The fact that they were not shocked that he asked if he should rape them means he's done that multiple times. Yes,
that's his go-to thing.
Yeah, that's his specialty. Kit Kat is the disguise person.
Oh,
we need him in a fucking Mortal Kombat fucking.
Is that why he's really called Butterfingers?
Yeah. Oh. One time he had to improvise. All they had was butter, so enhanced interrogation techniques were on display. So yeah, they go flying out of the fucking window fighting. And he's just beating the piss out of Tommy, and they're like, "What the fuck? You know, you idiot! You sold me out. You fucked me over. Blah blah blah." And they're both holding this gun, and they just run over toward the ledge, jump off of it, fall on the ground, roll down the stairs. Like, it's crazy how long they're fucking doing this. And then, dude, Tommy just gets shot. Bam! Right in the gut.
Yeah, like, opened up an old wound. That's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question. Does Danny Aiello and Bruce Willis have any chemistry together?
No.
Like sexual tension?
No. It's just like, why would these two be friends? There's a big age gap. The way that they act with each other, it's just not explained in the movie at all.
They act like they don't like each other.
Uncle, you know, something like that. If it's explained, this is my uncle, okay? Or even not my uncle. You know, when I was a young fucking street urchin, he fucking took me out of the street and stopped me from fucking prostitution or some shit like that. And now we're friends like that. But there's nothing explained, and it just doesn't pay off.
No.
But
thankfully, even though he gets shot and he's bleeding out, immediately an ambulance.
This is the best part of the movie. I was like, oh, maybe he's going to die.
No, immediately an ambulance pulls up, grabs them both, loads them up, and drives away. Like, damn, that's fast. I wish we had that kind of healthcare in America.
Well, I mean, come on. They got Jesus on their side, so...
Yeah.
They got that call 10 minutes before it happened. Yeah.
Yeah. So the ambulance pulls up into the back of a flatbed truck. Then when it comes out, it's a ship, so it can go into the water level.
To get to the Mario Brothers.
Right. Well, we've got the Mario Brothers, so you got to have Spy Hunter, right? And they keep by the way, they keep bringing up Nintendo, too. He's like, I don't know what a Nintendo is.
Yeah. Nintendo and E.T.
Yeah. So they get to their destination. Turns out, hey, they faked the whole fight. It was catch-up. And, earlier when they're having dinner.
Oh, God. Yes.
He orders
fucking ketchup joke.
Pasta with Alfredo and sauce and mushrooms and ketchup.
And the waiter goes crazy, like he's in Italy saying, can you break my spaghetti for me? And then Andy McDowell just goes, just do it.
Yeah. Listen to the man. He'll kill you all.
I will go Karen on all of you.
So, yeah, then he's like, hey, guess what? That blood was just ketchup. I'm fine. Let's go. So they leave. And Hudson, they're over at Ann's trying to stay safe, right? So Hudson's like, okay, well, I'm going to fuck you.
I just thought of another thing.
Yes.
I just thought of another thing that makes no sense. Why even bring Tommy back? He was already going to get away. Like, Bruce Willis was already being like, I'm not going to do this anymore. Like, he was going to get away.
Well, no, hold on. Yeah, because this is the stupidest fucking thing. Because at this point, after the ambulance thing, and they find out, oh, everybody's cool, they say, Andy McDowell says, oh, as far as everybody's concerned, you're in jail, and Danny Aiello is dead. I'm like, wait a second. If they work for the CIA, if the Mayfairs have this kind of power, they can know that he's not in fucking jail.
Right.
There's no fucking extra body in the fucking morgue.
Yeah.
Why don't they just leave?
I mean, I think they're planning on that, but first they're going to crash for the night so we can have him try to bang her and her just be like, no, not gonna do
there's
that.
nothing better than trying to fuck a nun 10 feet away from your fucking 58-year-old fucking friend. Right? The first time it's gonna be the first nut you bust outside of the fucking prison walls.
Yeah.
You want your friend with you.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like when he was in prison, he was probably having sex with people in the same room.
Yeah.
You know, so he might have got used to it.
If he's been in there, like, hold on, let's do the math.
Yep.
He was in there for 10 years.
He's been in there since E.T. This is 91, so that's how long?
So 81, he said, 81. 10 years.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know what? Fuck it, Eddie. I wouldn't care if you were 8 feet away from me. I'd still do it after 10 years. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to ask if you'd still do it if it was Andie MacDowell.
Yes, as long as you shut the fuck up.
No.
I want to make a squeal like a fucking dolphin.
Oh, no, she's like a squeaky toy.
Oh, God.
I was like, look, we just need some lubrication. That's going to take care of the whole problem.
Yeah. Is that the bed or you? I can't.
Oh, put her on a squeaky bed? Holy fuck.
Yeah. Oh, man, I'd blow my brains out. It'd be too much for me, man. So they wake up by getting electrocuted in the ear with the stupid little cattle prod thing. The whole candy bar gang.
The CIA found out that he wasn't really dead.
No, what happened was they could see that the truck had Vatican plates on it.
Oh, the Vatican plates and the Vatican emblem on the back of the fucking truck.
Yeah, the emblem was probably a bad idea.
Yeah,
if I'm going to be honest, you know. So then Almond Joy shoots them with a blow dart that paralyzes them.
Oh, God.
Tim, paralyzed dart in the neck.
Woo.
And they're all like holding their hands stupidly and arguing. And
no, hold on. It's 1991, so we have to explain how they held their hands and made Bruce Willis and Danny Aiello kind of look like what?
Friends?
The way they were holding their hands out, right? Kind of making them look a little bit
like wait
funny,
staff?
Like what you wouldn't normally see or expect Bruce Willis or Danny Aiello to be sitting like.
Yeah, it's a kind of homophobic, effect mannerism that they're holding their hands up.
Yeah, because they both go crazy when they put them in that position.
Right. But then when they tip the couch over to knock him off of it, I like that Bruce Willis is not doing that anymore, but Danny Aiello still is.
Yes. Bruce is like, no, I had that with shit. No, I talked to the director.
Yep. Wait
a second, I forgot. I'm the producer and the writer. Fuck you, I'm not doing that anymore.
We had a different idea for how to do the scene. So then he's like, George is like, hey, didn't you check the news? We just like did a terrorist attack at the Louvre and took the last piece. Turns out we didn't need you.
Yeah, because some security guard got killed.
Yeah, but he's trying to make him feel guilty. He's like, yeah, if you'd just stolen it for us, we wouldn't have to kill all those people.
Yeah, so then just let them leave.
Or how about this?
If you have everything you need, then fuck them. They're small potatoes compared to what you're trying to do.
Everything they need.
But they don't know that yet.
No, they do.
Just hold on. This guy has $1 billion when he was 19 years old. He's at least 30 years old in this movie, so he's got at least a couple $1 billion more. Just keep doing these fucking terrorist attacks 3 goddamn fucking times. You're already fucking up the world's economy with 3 different terrorist attacks in 3 different fucking countries. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. And now all of a sudden you can turn lead into gold. Bing, bing, bing. Everything's going to work in your favor.
Yeah.
Why do this on the fucking download?
Or just chill on the whole destroying the world economy thing.
No, come on. Look, if at a certain point, if you got that kind of money, what the fuck else is a fucking kink for you, right?
That's fair. So then Andie MacDowell pops in. She's like, hey, guys, I picked up breakfast. They're like, that's good. Dart in the neck. Dunk.
Mm-hmm.
So then they set her down next to Bruce Willis.
And this is when Bruce Willis finds out she's a nun.
Yeah.
I would say this is the most expressive acting she does in the entire movie.
Well, yeah. Then they leave with her. They leave behind, Snickers and Almond Joy. And they're like, hey, we're going to blow you guys up and just kill you.
The stupidest fucking way.
We've made like a bazooka that shoots out rockets that attach to anything. Mm-hmm. And we can set timers on the bombs. So he shoots one in the roof or the ceiling.
How do they attach to something? Because later on we're going to see somebody get shot in the face with it. And I'm like, What is this, a sticky bomb? It's like sticking shit into his fucking head
I
to
guess,
hold on to it?
yeah, it's got to be, maybe it's got like super glue. I don't know.
It's like James Bond levels of complexity for the heroes to get out of, like some kind of trap.
Yeah.
But it's taking itself seriously.
Yeah, and it really shouldn't because it's very bad. So they wrestle the gun away from him, shoot the guy in the face. Then the one to me that was offensive was when he blows the dart back up into the throat of Almond Joy.
Oh, just like thunk.
That's not how blowguns work.
You say it's a double pointed dart?
Well, not even that, Tim. The back of those darts is larger than the opening at the mouthpiece. That's the point of having a mouthpiece. Like,
that's how you don't get any backfire.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So he couldn't do that. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Whatever. The building.
That's Eddie's big problem with this movie.
That's with that scene. So then the building blows out. They jump out of it again, and then they fall through an awning and land in a better movie. No, they don't. I wish. Then we get to Tim's favorite part. They've got Andie MacDowell in the castle, and she's just sitting in this throne.
I have a theory about this.
Okay.
I have a theory that they had written down like a 12-page monologue for her to do.
Mm-hmm.
And after 178 takes of her not being able to do it like a piece of fucking wood, they went, you know what? Just make it sound like a fucking dolphin.
Yeah, just babble mindlessly and make dolphin noises while we try to get you.
Why? How does this happen? Who comes up with this fucking idea? Who comes up with this?
I don't know. And here's the thing. The only reason is because, remember the codex that they cut open? Well, now they got it back. And they needed to translate it to see how to put...
Because nobody else speaks Italian?
Because nobody knows how to put those three things together, too.
Yeah, why? Yeah. It was never established beforehand that she knew how to do this.
No, not at all. Yeah. So... Hudson Hawk and his buddy Tommy are like, all right, we got to go rescue her. So they drive up.
She's a real fucking Mary Sue in this movie. Or, well, I guess since she's a nun, you might just call her a real Mary.
Yeah, a real Sister Mary Sue. So they sneak up to the castle, and they're all like, well, okay, well, what are we going to do? Well, I guess we'll just climb up the side of it and wait for people to come by and have an argument about whether or not I'm attractive.
Oh, my God. This is... Oh, shit.
They're hanging on the side of this castle, and it turns from day to night.
Yes, it turned day to night in 2 seconds, and it's just it's the laziest way of showing. This is like I've seen better hanging from Batman in the fucking 70s fucking TV show.
Oh yeah,
they're still obviously standing on a fucking platform, holding themselves, and like you said, Eddie, just getting into an argument, attracts the two guards, and just right at the end of the argument, when they decide, hey, you know, why are we fighting each other? Boom! They punch these two guys, and then nighttime.
Yeah. So then they climb up. They just start wantonly just shooting bombs all over the castle.
Yes, because he brought a golf club bag with them. And Bruce, again, Bruce Willis goes, hey, why you carrying that golf bag with you? And he goes, hey, it's part of the plan. And Bruce Willis goes, what's the plan? He goes, hey, don't worry. I'll tell you 2 minutes after it happens.
Yeah. Don't worry. You'll figure it out when it happens. Now let's turn the big blue floodlight on so we know it's nighttime.
The explosions do look good, though.
They do, yeah. The explosions look good. So they hear the explosions. They're like, all right, we're going to go check on them. But while the CIA guy goes to check on him, Kit Kat gets shot by Sandra Bernhardt with her double crossbow.
Yes,
get it?
It's a double cross.
Why?
Because that's a joke.
Oh, okay.
Because she shoots him with a double crossbow, which I didn't even realize it was a double crossbow until the English guy makes that joke. I was like, oh, that's what they're talking. Oh, yeah. I got it.
You were like, wow, that's not funny at all.
British humor, yeah.
And also, this is when Kit Kat is dressed like the statue. So
yeah.
So
why?
Why is he a chameleon all of a sudden?
Just to blend in, I guess. I don't.
Is he just supposed to stand there in that one area hoping for something to happen?
Yeah. But then he gets a double cross. Why? Why the fuck not? Whatever, man. So yeah, they go shooting more fucking bombs all over the place. They lock in on a song, you know, because they have to.
Which one is this?
This one is Side by Side.
Right.
Yeah. So they're dancing along like idiots, singing Side by Side. Tommy gets caught, right? Sandra Bernhard shoots fucking Kit Kat for no reason.
This duet was done.
Butterfinger.
That song was done as a duet better in Richie Rich.
Haven't seen it, but
no, my
haven't
God.
seen it. But you know what, Candice? I believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no doubt you are 100% correct.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna catch that reference.
Ah, man. So yeah, they shoot. I don't know why she's killing all of their people.
Just because she's psycho, because she's so
she's
random.
A loose cannon,
yeah. So whatever. Then
she's a sister from Old Boy if she didn't kill herself.
Then I just have like, for some reason, then Tommy's just in the limo with George. I don't know how he got there.
Nope.
But
no idea.
And while this is happening, Bruce Willis, or no, he's in the limo with Alfred, not George. And while this is happening, Bruce Willis is fighting with George on the roof of the castle, I guess. I don't know.
What? See, I have no note. The only notes I have down is, come on, fuck this, suck my dick. So I'm kind of lost. What
I literally just have like the letter T and that's it.
Perfect.
And I just stopped taking notes.
Perfect.
Oh, wait, no, at one point I have written down, wait, fuck this Three Stooges cocksucking shit.
Yep.
Did we get, we didn't get to the point yet where they're doing the fucking speed up slap with him and James Cole.
Oh, no. Yeah, because
that's what that note is for. Okay, yeah.
He keeps kneeing him in the stomach and then punching him, so he's bending down and standing up, bending down and standing up, bending down. And then he just quits hitting him and he keeps bending down and standing up like fucking Looney Tunes again.
So funny.
This might be the worst fucking vanity project. This might be worse than fucking Miami Connection or all those other... The Room.
Ugh.
You might be right.
It's up there.
Because for real, can you imagine seeing the dailies of this? Seeing that fucking scene with Bruce Willis springing back and forth, getting kicked, and going,
Tim,
yeah, this is it.
Imagine they come to you, Tim, and it's the last fucking stretch of production, and they're like, we're almost done. We just need you to sign this check for another $2 million so we can go to fucking Paris. Right. And you've been seeing the dailies for months now. And this is what you have to sign that check. Oh my God. Oh man, I would drink a hole through my liver if that was my job.
Is this the worst movie we've watched for this podcast?
It's
definitely up there.
It's up there because it's I'll say this, it might be in the top 5 just because of how big of a budget this movie has, who's in it, and
I think that's it. Oof. I think you're right. Like I have no expectation for like Return to Blood Fart Lake. You know?
Yeah.
But this so anyhow.
Yeah, this Butt Boy.
Yeah. Jurassic World Dominion.
Butt Boy was fantastic.
Yeah, Butt Boy was an incredible fucking movie that you could be watching that. You could be doing Hudson Hawk like, what the fuck is this stupid shit? But they did it right. And this movie just... look, I'm just going to go by that whole Kevin Smith story about him doing the fucking thing with Cop Out. With just like how undirectable Bruce Willis was.
Yeah.
And that's with Kevin Smith, when Kevin Smith was at his peak.
Yep.
So just imagine whatever fucking director he had, he just fucking run a rough shot over. He says, no, I'm fucking doing it this way. And guess what? Yeah, cameraman, speed this shit up to a 5.
Yeah, I mean, could be. So his buddy Tommy goes over the edge of this fucking cliff in the limo with Alfred gets shot. He bails out, but then George is on the hood. Okay. The limo flies off of the cliff, blows up because it's got a bomb attached to the back with the bomb gun.
Your wife really doesn't understand the action.
Dude, this is action. This thing blows the fuck up, Tim.
Stop trying to sound excited.
And at this point, I say, wow, it's cool because, as much as has happened, there's still like 20 minutes left in the movie.
Oh, God.
Yes. There was so many times I kept hitting the fucking thing on my screw control. I was like, wait, there's 40 minutes left?
I'm not going to lie. At this point, I think I was playing games on my phone.
Candice, I swear to God. At a certain point, too, I started looking at fucking Twitter on my phone. And I'm like, fuck this shit. I'll give Elon Musk the views instead of watching this goddamn movie.
So they get up to the machine, right, where they're trying to make the lead into gold, and they're trying to get Andy McDowell.
Which, by the way, the original intention of this invention was to turn lead into bronze.
Yes.
Like, really?
To build the horse.
Da Vinci? Really,
yeah,
Da
but all you
Vinci?
gotta do is move some protons around and you have a different element.
Yeah. You know what I would do? I would take the machine that turns lead into gold and give it to the guy that ordered the horse. And I'd be like, look, I don't have a horse, but here's unlimited gold. Are you still mad? Like, what the? Or not even, I'll just make the horse out of gold. Hey, you know what? We ran out of bronze. Here's gold.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
What? Hey, look, in Hollywood, sooner or later, there's going to be a Hollywood thing invented, and it's going to be going over budget.
Yeah, no, that's true. Which they did in this movie, and it didn't help. So we're up there getting, the whole scene of the, like, put the thing together. Andy McDowell can't do it. Then Hudson Hawk, because he can do anything. They give it to him, right? And he immediately figures out, snaps it together.
Yeah, it's like he has a psychic connection with it or something. Like it's destined to happen.
And then Darwin goes off on just his rant about
Wait, is this the thing that was in the briefcase in Pulp Fiction?
Oh, you know what? Maybe.
A MacGuffin?
It is. It really is. So he's doing the, like, Dr. Frankenstein, it's alive shit to the machine. He starts humping the air, which is like, okay, well, we're having a good time. They signal, okay, turn the light on. And Bruce Willis,
it's not the worst thing a billionaire humped, so it's okay.
It's fair. Then Bruce Willis, he looks over at Andy McDowell, and he has a little smirk on his face, and he's like, hey, if I didn't put that together right, that would be bad, huh?
No, he doesn't even look over at Maddie. It's even worse.
He's
They're doing side mouth talk.
Right.
They're both doing the side mouth talk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I guess come to find out, Andy McDowell was faking having that side effect from the tranquilizer.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's just so wily. She was going off on that dolphin thing as a way to, like, make him not torture her.
Very clever.
Right. So when she wasn't high, she wasn't on drugs, she wasn't concussed.
She was
That's
doing
what
that.
she came up with. Yeah.
Now, mind you guys, the thing that he didn't put in there, right? That was one of the 3 pieces that they had. That was not the monkey head thing was that he stole earlier.
No. I thought the same thing because I was like, but it's only 1 piece. So he broke an extra piece off of one of the 3 pieces.
Okay, but
I also said, wouldn't they have fucking noticed that?
Yeah. What I'm saying, though, Tim, is remember when he was in their room and he stole like a monkey head looking thing?
Yes.
This isn't that.
No, it isn't. We have no idea. We don't even see that again.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Just whatever.
No, wait, hold on. At one point, oh shit, that's right. At one point in the beginning of this movie where Da Vinci's doing that shit and it looks like little fucking people are jumping up and down the fucking ropes to fucking turn that machine around. There's shit spewing out, the hot molten lead that's going to be turned into bronze.
Right.
Those are the fucking, like, the faucet things that lava's coming out.
Okay, then he didn't need to break a part off of the fucking crystal.
Yes, and that doesn't make any difference at all because that doesn't have anything at all to do with the fucking machine.
Right.
What he took.
So the machine...
It's like all right, the whole thing about Raiders of the Lost Ark, Dial of Destiny is I stole a shower head. That's it.
That's great. So yeah, the machine fucks up and it like coats Sandra Bernhardt in molten lead.
Yeah. It's not even lead. It's like she got fucking scattered all over.
And yeah, then electrocutes fucking Darwin. So he's dead. Now all that's left. What?
His name is Durwood.
Derwin? No, it's Darwin.
Durwood. Sorry. Somebody's going to get that. Chef Robbie's going to get that joke.
Okay. So he gets electrocuted. They turn around like, all right, we're going to get out of here. But Alfred, the butler guy, for some reason cares still.
Yeah.
Yes,
even though he has no skin in the game.
Yeah, he went to the hospital. He got stitches in his throat from getting shot in the throat and crashing into a car.
Yeah.
That, by the way, wait, hold on. Yes, because if he's alive.
Well, hold on. We'll get to that.
Wait a second. Hold on a second.
That's great. So Bruce Willis cuts his head off with his stupid little hand blade thingies. They go to leave again, and the dog.
This is probably this is going to get us in trouble with a lot of PETA people, but you know what? I don't care. It wasn't a real dog.
No, it was very obviously not a real dog.
It was a dummy dog because they shoot a ball at its face.
This is like one of those fucking bazooka ball machines. Like if you go to like an amusement park,
yeah,
and if you get 10 shots in a row with this thing, you can get a fucking prize. This thing fucking
because it carries the dog out of the window, and we get a dummy of a dog flying out of a window. It is
and exploding.
Fantastic.
It's like, hey, whatever the fucking Bella, whatever the fucking dog is, like ball. And they shoot it, and Bunny. He jumps up to catch it, and it's just like coming out with such force that it flips the dog doing 360 cartwheels right out the fucking window.
And
we're laughing not because it's funny, but because it's so fucking stupid.
It's so funny.
Well, no, because there's finally something to laugh about in this movie, Candice. That's what it is. I've watched this movie for an hour and 38 minutes already. Yeah. Well, maybe an hour and 28.
Hour 34, I'm watching it.
There has to be something. This is like edging myself watching porn. At a certain point, I don't care what the thumbnail is. I'm in between videos. It's still going to have to work.
It's one of my 2 genuine laughs in the movie.
Yep.
The dog
mine was the spaghetti thermos.
The spaghetti thermos was pretty good. I was pretty close. So they're all fine. Andy McDowell decides she's going to defrock herself and no longer be a nun.
Yeah, it's like, how does that work? Is this just like, isn't there some paperwork you have to fill out?
I think you just say it. I think you just declare it.
Aren't you damning your soul to hell?
Well, I mean, at a certain point, you're fucking God's wife.
That's a good get, man, to cuck God.
Well, that's always been a fantasy of mine, because I was like, if you can do that and get away with it, fuck that shit. You're king of the world.
They head to a cafe, and they're like, yeah, this is great. And then Andy McDowell's like, yeah, I just wish Tommy was here. Turn around.
There he is. He's still alive.
He's riding a donkey, right?
Yeah.
And he looks all fucked up like he's still smoking, basically, right?
He's got the ripped, shredded clothes from being exploded.
They're like, wait a minute. How did you not die in that thing crashing? And he's like, oh, it's no problem. They had airbags, man. Can you believe it?
No, he's like, oh, shit, you ain't gonna fucking believe it. Airbags, man.
Yeah, and then he's like, well, it caught on fire, too. And he's like,
oh, shit, you ain't gonna believe it. There was a sprinkler system in that shit.
Yeah, they had a sprinkler in the back. Can you believe it? And then my next and probably hardest real laugh in this is Bruce Willis looks up in the air like he's trying to think of something, then looks down at Tommy and says, yeah, that's probably what happened. And I'm like, yeah, that's about it, right? That's about this movie.
See, that's the only part of this movie that's working the way that this movie thought it was supposed to be. That's it.
Yeah.
Right at the very, very end. And is that something they did a reshoot on after they found out they had to cut 88 fucking movies from this 88 minutes from this movie?
I'm sure it is. They had to add that one because, and again, like the green screening in this scene is terrible. So
when they're flying that fucking machine. Yeah.
Finally gets his coffee, takes a big old drink out of it, and we freeze frame on him tossing the cup behind him. And
like a dick. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it cuts back to the book we were reading at the beginning.
Yep.
Which I guess is the Codex. And it just says, Hudson finally got his coffee.
The
end. It closes. The end.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Why?
That's Hudson Hawk.
Oh, man.
What an abortion of a film.
For real. You know, Eddie, I know that you love her. I know that you have kids with her and everything.
With all my
heart.
For real. Yeah.
I don't know. Right now, I think you got to go 99% of your heart. She's got to earn that extra 1% back because this is just insanity. Where's the action? Where's the comedy?
There's action.
Did she enjoy this movie or did she just pick this movie to fuck with us?
Tim, her picking this movie makes me love her more.
I know it does. That's the infuriating part.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
And now,
because Eddie, I can't believe that you would really love a woman who finds this movie entertaining.
So
you
Tim.
must love her because she's like, you know what? This is a piece of shit. You're gonna put those two people through torture.
We're gonna make them suffer.
Tim, I never said she loves this movie.
See, all right, so I got it right.
As a matter of fact, she's never even seen it.
What? Oh, come on. Dudes, come on. That's not fucking nice. That's not funny.
Oh, it's funny to me. Because she thought she saw it, and then I started describing it to her.
What do you mean she thought she saw it? What did she think?
You are the world's biggest assholes.
That's why
you
we
truly
belong
are.
together. It
Truly.
really is perfect.
This
it
is
really
true.
is.
The assholery brought them together. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's they say opposites attract, but not all the time. Not all the
I think
time.
except from that Canadian couple, you're the two worst married people together.
Well, thank you, Tim.
You're like Fred and Rosemary
people,
West.
Yeah, true crime people will get that reference.
Well, thank you very much, Tim. So that was Hudson Hawk. Don't watch it. It's not very good. I mean,
but it is on the blood bank.
It is on the blood bank for now. I'll get rid of it.
You could watch it like getting drunk with your buddies or something.
Yeah.
Like that would be a good time to do it.
No, not even that. It's just not funny. It's not. There's really. It's just it doesn't hit. All while I'm watching this movie, I kept thinking like of other movies of this type that work, and the one I could think of the most is Crank.
Yeah.
Crank 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Over the top. Look at it. Look, breaking the fourth wall.
Right.
We know what we're doing. We're letting you in on the joke. But this movie just doesn't pull it off into that last line with like, yeah, I guess that's what happened.
Yeah.
Right. Or Candice nailed it, I think. Last Action Hero. That's a
Oh yeah,
fantastic.
Last Action Hero, definitely.
If you want to see a shining golden gem and then you want to see like a week old dog turd in the sun right next to each other, do that as a double feature.
That's a good double feature. Yeah.
Both movies on the blood bank, by the way.
Both of them are, absolutely. So, Candice, I got to ask, is there anything you want people to pay attention to on the internet?
Well, coming up, I'm going to be on Everything I Learned from Movies.
Oh.
We're going to be covering Cyborg 2.
Oh, fantastic.
See Angelina Jolie tits.
Oh, nice. Now, well, I won't listen, but I'll definitely watch that movie.
Yeah, Tim, I'll get the timestamp for you on it.
And at some point, the grind bin I was on was New York Ripper. So that should be coming out at some point.
Fantastic movie. What about you, Tim?
I think Daniel and I are going to be doing something on the Mustachio podcast. I don't know if anybody else is going to be on. If it's going to be the two of us. So if it's the two of us, holy fuck!
Just the two of us.
And then, like always, grind bin and everything I learned. I think I'm doing also. Yeah, I think. Well, you know what the thing is? The problem with Steven is they record their shows like 8 years ahead of time.
Oh yeah, they plan way ahead of time. Like
and
I
they
did.
Release them, they release them in order and all that shit. So I think I'm doing what the fuck is the name of the movie? Some Australian movie, Stone. Because of Bikers Month.
Okay, well that's cool. I always dig a biker month.
Like I said, I'll always say if you can join the Patreon for $3 a month, $10 a month, whatever it is a month that you want to give us. Like if Elon's listening and he wants to be on the show and we laugh at his jokes, like
like people did Bruce Willis's.
Yeah. Go give us a
5
review.
stars on yes.
Or 1 star. Don't be an idiot, dickhead, stupid,
go one way.
fucking moron, asshole,
Don't be a
piece of
2-star
shit,
person.
Dumbass.
Yeah,
fucking
2 stars.
Cunt brain, ass for breath moron that gives us a 2-star review because we cuss too much they cuss too much for me.
2 stars, which means there's something of merit.
Meanwhile, the person's fucking handle, this piece of shit, their handle on, if you can find them, their handle on the internet is, I have a problem with Twitter. What a stupid, like they complain in their username.
Yeah.
That's true.
What a fucking loser you are. God. Just get a life, man. Seriously.
I mean, look, if you can't blame him for having a problem with Twitter, but if at this point he has a problem with Twitter, that's bad.
I get, I mean, I get that. Twitter kind of sucks now, but yeah. How long have you been hanging out there? And by the way, you've never heard cuss words? Sorry, dude.
Yeah, not on Twitter, no.
Well, guess what?
Fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off. Got a little surprise for all the listeners here.
Yes. This is the big announcement time?
Yeah, so we've been talking about covering 90s movies, maybe doing a month of 90s movies, right? And for a minute there, we were talking about even spinning off a separate podcast that was just about 90s movies. That never kind of came together because we all have different podcasts because Mike was going to get involved.
Everybody's got a lot on their plates.
Yeah, a lot on our plates.
Oh, shit, that's right. We were talking about that like a year ago.
Yeah. So instead, what I floated the idea by you guys, and I got, I think, a unanimous vote on it. So what we're going to do since this is our 1 or 3 year anniversary, we're kicking off a new year of content starting next month. And we are going to be covering, it sounds complicated, I swear to you it isn't. We're going to be covering the entire decade of the 90s in horror 1 month at a time. What we're doing is, for the month of September, we're covering 4 movies.
Guaranteeing 1,200 episodes. That's
No.
what we're doing by doing this.
No. We are doing 1 episode a week still. But it's going to be each month represents a year, starting at 1990 in September and moving all the way to the year 2000, with 2 months of non-horror we're going to throw in there. We'll continue doing bonus episodes.
That's not the Google spreadsheet I saw.
Well,
yeah, so Eddie put up a Google spreadsheet for us to put in ideas for movies, and I just filled out the entire thing.
He put that up at 12:01 p.m. and at 12:04 p.m. the whole fucking thing was filled up, including bonus episodes and for weeks that had an extra Tuesday in it.
Yeah.
Or for months that had an extra Tuesday.
Which shows how excited I am for this opportunity to showcase the 90s.
Yep. So, but then I just
took Twin Peaks. Fuck that shit. Interest in it.
I just took that column, though, and I just put movies Candice picked, and then next to it I put another column that says movies we're actually doing. So.
I think you'll like my picks.
I do. A lot of them are good, and you know what? I think you guys that are listening are going to like the picks. And you know what else you're going to like? It's our bonus episodes in the Blood Bank. All you got to do is go to patreon.com/bloodybits to sign up. For $10 a month, you get access to 3 times the content on fucking Netflix or Hulu. And you're supporting small businesses.
And you can request a movie.
And you can request movies.
Enough. You cannot do that shit. You can't be like, oh, I can't find this fucking movie. Hey, Hulu.
Yeah, Mr. Hulu, sir.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Hulu, I want, let me look at what we just added here, and I'll
Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom. Yeah, that's coming up here for sure. Hey, Mr. Hulu, we want The Ones You Didn't Burn from 2023.
That looks intriguing to me.
It does, yeah. After the father passed away, 2 siblings returned to their old family farm to sell off the land. However, dark forces may be at play that will force them to reanalyze their relation to their ancestors' land.
This is why you just get a fucking real estate manager to take care of that shit and sell the goddamn property for you, man. Come on.
Why don't you consider it and do it before you die, asshole?
Or 1972's Images, starring Suzanne York.
Oh,
Tim, you're going to like this one.
Yeah, I like that. She's always looking dirty.
Rated R, too. A woman writing a children's fantasy story is constantly harassed by visits and communications from people who may or may not be real.
Oh, boy. That sounds
like
erotic.
The entity meets Barney.
When she and her husband pay a visit to their isolated countryside retreat, her childhood home, her experience intensifies. And she resorts to drastic measures to eliminate the problem. It's Robert Altman, written and directed.
What?
Sounds wild.
Wow, that's going to be one crazy take, yeah.
So you can get that all at patreon.com/bloodybits. So I think that's about it, folks. So for Tim and Candice, I believe that this is how we end it. That's 2:36. What song we got, Tim?
Oh, what's playing right now? Hang on.
No. What's 2 hours and 36 minutes? I need an album from you so we can sing it while we do the podcast.
We can steal something.
Fuck that movie. Goodbye.